What up, stream? I'm back, but without blonde hair yet. Good to be back. Still got a little bit of congestion, so I'm gonna sound a little bit nasally, but I feel fully here and ready to rock. So first of all, thank you to Watch It Played for the raid / host where we're going. I always watch Rodney's videos on YouTube. I love the way he describes games. He is such a clean presentation of games. If you ever need like a YouTube video about how to play a certain board game, like always check there first because his videos are legit. Hello to everyone who came in from his stream. Hope you guys had a good time and welcome here. Okay, so last stream we had a sub goal for me having Guy Fieri hair. We crushed that sub goal in an embarrassing amount of time. I definitely should have siphoned more money from you people. Thank you, Control Viking, for the sub and also for the sentiment. I appreciate it. What was I gonna say? I got in contact with the person who cuts my hair. There's someone at the place where I get my hair cut who can dye my hair to look like that. And they're just on vacation right now in like California or Florida. I can't remember where. But when they're back, it's gonna happen. I promise. Oh, thank you, Rufus. I appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of mail time today because I got a package while I was actually out of the office from Vallejo, the one and only.
I brought it in here and it's heavy.
Did you show us off already?
No.
No?
I'm not gonna open your mail. That's illegal.
Oh, okay. Too many excuses. It's good that you're back. People want more Aries. Did you name your dog Aries so you could call him Dog of War?
Unfortunately, I can't claim that I am that nerdy. He came to me with the name Aries already. However, I changed it from Aries to Aries.
Oh.
So that I could call him the Dog of War.
Okay, there you go. There you go. New video painting in Flavortown. This is not the speed paint. So that I got not only one, but two gigantic cases of Vallejo paint. Let's crack one open just to see what is inside. Obviously it's paint, but I don't even know what it is.
It's Vallejo paint.
Yes, but like, is it a certain range? What do they got here? Okay, so first of all.
Looks like game color?
Hot pink.
Yeah.
Bang. Game color indeed. Game color's got new bottles. And it looks like they are perfectly clear, so you can see the paint like without any like questioning what it is. That's nice. I don't know of many ranges that do that. High
gloss instead of a weird matte rumply finish.
Yeah, like a milky kind of translucent case. It's got like a weird like red ring around the bottom. I don't know why it's red and not black like the rest of the cap. That's not really a complaint, but that's just an observation. Sick. Okay. Well, I got two cases of this shit, so maybe what we'll do if what we paint today, we can just paint it using this paint, just to kind of like experiment with it a little bit.
Is the other case the same, or is the other case like model color or something?
Let's see. I think it's more.
Might just be another quarter of the game color range.
Right, because like this is not all the paint that Vallejo has in any single range. Yeah, it's more game color, yeah. Just more paints, because they got paints on paints, baby.
Yeah.
What up, Crop454? Rufus says he very much likes the old, but new bottles. Oh, the new game color range. You're describing that. Okay. What up, Krish? Boarding a flight to Wisconsin from Chicago. Why are you flying? Just drive. The color greens mean something. I can't remember what though. Okay. Appreciate it. Crop giving me a sub. Appreciate it, my dude. Hello, Miniac. How's it going? Homesick from work. Painting. I was there last week. Things are going good, man. Video almost done. Coming out on Black Friday. There are 119 paints in the game color range. Oh, it's the layover. Okay, I got you. Okay, I'm gonna guess there are probably like 50, 60 paints in these two cases. So that would mean that this probably is the entire range of game color paints. Okay. The red ring is for game color. The green is on some bottles will be there for speed paint. Red is premium. Oh, that's what Canon tells us. Yes, Param, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Indeed. Nicola Bro, Mr. Miniac, what is the origin of your nickname? Miniac is a portmanteau or a word combination between the two words miniature and maniac. I made it up.
Hence why he says, I'm Scott, the miniature maniac.
Exactly.
Many times.
Many times. How's the week been? Pretty good. I came back to work like last week, Wednesday. And it's been working since then. I am feeling better. Thank you, Flawless Smith. I appreciate the sub. I did not send me the express color, just the game color. Okay, so for today's stream, I have 3 models here before you, and you guys are gonna vote on what I'm painting. Let's switch over to the paint cam. You're amazing. We're gonna paint either the ogre from Curse City that we had started some time ago.
Oh, I gotta fix that.
I don't know why, but all of a sudden, this camera is darker. I don't know if that's something that you did on your end, Evan.
I don't adjust that.
Okay, then I don't know what's going on. Alternatively, the captain from Curse City, whose name escapes me at the moment. Gold teeth, baby! You got a centipede tattoo? God damn. Alternatively, we'll paint a character from my novitiate squad from start to finish like this. So if you want to see how I paint a model like this from start to finish, I'll do that on this stream. The other 2 models, I'm not going to finish. Okay, so those are the options. Ogre, and here they are all on the screen at the same time. Ogre, captain from Curse City, or a novitiate squad member. Place your bets, or not bets, but votes rather.
I'm setting up the poll. Give me 1 second here.
Okay. Paint me like one of your French minis. Je t'aime. Now we see why Scott didn't start an ogre armor. He's still painting this one. I mean, I'm not really painting it. But true, I'm slow as fuck. Kids Golden! Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. We cooking indeed. I don't mind using the new game color paints on my novitiate person. I'll probably find pretty similar colors that will work for her compared to what I did. The specific paints that I'm using aren't even necessarily important. Like, the process is what's important. Krieg models are so freaking fiddly. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the new assembly, a lot of the new models are like very challenging to put together. They take a long time. Sometimes I feel like you like the camera this dark. Okay. Maybe it's not actually, yeah, it's not. It's just, this confused me because the background of my cutting mat is like spray painted black a little bit from like priming. And it just looks like it's underexposed, but really it's not underexposed. So that looks about right. How would you know that poll, Evan?
Novitiate's in the lead by a...
Oh.
Not a huge margin. It's basically the novitiate or the ogre. No one gives a shit about the captain.
All right, fuck the captain. All right, here's what we're voting on. We're voting on ogre or space nun. The orc commando models were the worst ones I ever built. Painting my crew team at the moment. Also a painting about to assemble. Someone said I got some death rattle skeletons. This is Huskar. For my new undead army, and the legs are so thin they break so easily. My God, dude. Okay, same experience. I assembled my 10 death rattle skeletons, and I broke at least 2 guys' legs. At least. It's the skinniest fucking little bone for their leg. It's ridiculous. One person gives a shit about the captain.
Just saying what you want us to paint on stream doesn't actually get your vote counted. You have to actually vote. It's kind of like in real life where you can't just say, I want this guy to be president, and then it affects the outcome of the election. You actually have to go vote.
That definitely works. For me, it does.
Make that 2 people. Yeah, there are 2 people who have voted for the captain. Weirdos.
Capitan. I have some Skaven Blight Scramblers for my rat mech, and the tails are so fragile. Yeah. Oh yeah, that dude with the long wispy beard. Yeah, that is a bit that is waiting to break. The Gravelord models are very cool. Wee Beastie, thanks to the Prime sub, 2-month streak. A lot of models to paint indeed for those horde armies. It's wild. I watched Zoolander for the first time when I was sick. And that movie is fucking funny. There's a fucking, some of the jokes are a little dated, but I would say the majority of them, like 70% of the movie is pretty hilarious. And the best joke in the entire movie is the reference to 2001 Space Odyssey, when both of the male models are bashing on the computer and they start making ape sounds.
Yes.
And it's the actual, I believe it's the track from the movie, just lifted and put it right into Zoolander. Even like the monkey sounds are the same. It was fucking so funny. The files are in the computer. Yes.
Go back to IMAX. OG IMAX.
And he's on Curtis. Is he getting better? Curtis was in the chat. Maybe he can answer for us. I know he is getting a little bit better. I don't know if he's fully recovered yet. Nicola, bro, thanks for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. He's lurking. There he is. There's the boy. He's still here. The fuck's my water? There it is. Zoolander 2 was funnier than it deserved to be? Okay.
Well, it didn't deserve to be funny at all.
Okay.
Earn it.
See, because I was kind of like, there's no point in watching that. It's going to be total trash. But maybe it's okay. Have you seen The Fellow's Hip? It's literally about a guy playing the Lord of the Rings tabletop. I have no idea what that is. You all need to not die because we have to see the rest of this Escalation League. Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to fucking happen. I'm still painting. I got another Unit 10 skeleton at my house that I'm steadily making progress on. I'm on the gold step right now. Zoolander 2 is so great, dude.
Definitely the novitiate.
What's up?
Definitely the novitiate.
All right, let's fucking do it. Okay, I do want to try using this new paint for at least part of it. And the first step in painting the novitiate is doing a bit of an undercoat of green. When I painted the main novitiate superior, I did a lot of mixing of green and like cream green into the paints. And so the way that I kind of circumvent that and make it go faster is by giving it an undercoat of green and then using transparent paints for some of my parts. So we'll do that. We'll look for a green here that will cut it. I used Death World Forest from GW, and this paint is looking pretty Death World Foresty to me. Cream green, tasty. Zoolander 2 is awful? Uh-oh.
There's a diversity of opinions in chat. You know what that means?
That it depends on the person.
That's right. That it is, in fact, a matter of taste.
Also, we love Evan. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure he could hold up this channel by himself. Maybe him and Aries, right? Yes, Evan and Aries channel.
Yeah, I would take over as host, and the dog would be my producer.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, if a chair can do it, a dog definitely can.
Obviously. Okay, now the one color this range might not have is a cream color with a little bit of green in it, like a bright color. So let's check to see what we got.
I don't believe that that's possible with that many paints.
There's a shocking number of green colors in this range, but I'm not seeing one. There's a cream color though. I'll just mix a little bit of green in that and call it a day.
What is this? The Airbud rules of being a producer? There's no rules that say a dog can't produce a stream. He's right, it's not in the rule book.
All right, so we need some airbrush medium. And we got it, okay. I don't know if this camera's on, Evan.
It is.
Okay.
Not focus, but it is on.
Okay, let's fix that real quick.
Yeah, we got to make sure that this camera that we use like for about 30 seconds of stream is in focus.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's stop using it now.
Cream green pistachio pudding, kind of like that, but a little bit less green. It's very subtle. Okay, I'm gonna paint this lady because she is actually super useful in my novitiate kill team. She just gives you free faith points to use. So awesome. I did a black undercoat. I don't know, Benfit. I don't know if this is actually any different than the old game color. If I'm being totally honest, I didn't really use the game color range a ton. I used like the black because it's nice and glossy. I don't really use any of the other paints. I bet the dog could beat me in the speed painting competition. All right.
The dog is pretty fast.
This paint seems pretty thin already, just kind of like hearing it in the bottle. I don't know if I'll need much thinner for it to work right out of an airbrush. Game Color Turquoise is very nice. Okay.
According to the Vallejo website, they have 23 greens in the game color range.
There are a lot.
I clicked the green button, but it's not showing me the greens. Do as I command.
It actually is less thin than I thought it would be.
And there are a lot of good greens here. And my internet's really slow. It's almost like we're streaming or something.
There are a few lingering game color paints in my collection that I use, but mostly I switched to Scale 35 and Scale Color. Sad to hear a slightly thinner and smoother version of Game Color would re-inspire me and check out the range.
I can tell you that I would love to have this heavy black-green color, but it's also one of those things that I could just make. Ooh, Vomit. That's fun.
Vomit! Wait, is it actually called Vomit?
There's a paint called Vomit.
I'm using currently Cayman Green.
See?
Okay.
On screen?
Oh yeah, I see it on screen.
Vomit.
Vomit!
How pleasant.
So this undercoat is intended for the entirety of the model, not just one part of it. So I'll be targeting everything.
Hello, Max and Kaiser from the United States.
Game Color was matte before? I thought before Game Color wasn't matte.
I think it just depends on the paint.
I thought Model Color was more of a matte range, and then Game Color was designed for more of like a fantasy gaming thing, so they made it more satin. It is pretty dang matte. Seeming like an airbrush is fine, but then again, in my experience, most paints airbrush fine. Like I've never found a paint range that was like, man, this is fucking terrible. Like I can't airbrush this at all. Never experienced that. Have you guys ever experienced that before?
Yes.
Which paint range?
Regular army painter.
Okay. Haven't used that one. Airbrush stuff is usually matte. That is true. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but it definitely has more of a tendency to be matte if it's airbrushed.
Test it with a tiny bit of that green. Just put a little bit on next to the airbrush green. See how it comes out.
Are you asking me to do something right now?
I said you could always test that.
Oh.
Brushing on a tiny bit of the green next to airbrush green.
Sure. Let's do that. Huskar! Huskar, have I ever asked you if your name is a reference to Dota? Because if so, I see you. All right. So let's just put some on right by her thigh here, because we're going to cover this up with cream paint. Cream green paint.
It is not a reference. Never played Dota.
Damn it, Huskar.
Huskar is no longer seen. Muted in chat.
Yeah, you are no longer seen. Good man. All right. I am not going to clean out my airbrush fully. I'm just going to put the cream green, the cream color in the airbrush, and then hopefully a little bit of that green is sticking around. And we'll color my crema. How many times can I say cream in this chat and get away with it, eh?
Probably about as many times as you can say moist.
Oh my god, I almost couldn't handle it. Do they have mixing balls? From the sounds of it, they do not. I got a little bit of green in this paintbrush as well, so that should also tint this paint a skosh.
Green your cream?
I'm greening my cream right now.
Whoa.
This is what I did when I was in grade school, and I went on that, what the fuck? There's so much shit on the side of my brush. Huh. Did you guys ever go on like a field trip in grade school where you went to like an Amish country and you had to like churn fucking butter or some shit? Vincent B! Thank you. The cream always rises to the top. Who needs GW with Vallejo? Does my boy so good? Hell yeah. I mean, there are so many paint ranges. All right.
I never did Amish country, but we definitely went and volunteered. Rather, we're voluntold at a farm. We had to like bale hay. Watch pigs dismember a guy. That was pretty cool.
Fucking hey, dude. Is that the famous Vincent Bentarella? Hell yeah, dude. That's just life here in Germany. Oh no, feels bad.
Did everybody bring the lederhosen?
All right, so I'm looking at the thigh, and obviously I can see where my paint was more opaque. But I don't think it's that much more glossy.
I can see it a little bit, but it's very, very minor.
Yeah. Definitely had to do that in grade school, and you just brought that memory up from the depths. EG failed the esports organization. Why change the logo? Man, yeah, they dropped their entire team like they were hot. Feels bad, man. All right, here we go. A little bit of cream green.
Green.
I'm creaming. The model. You fucking sickos. Trying to stay mostly on top of the model. I'm not gonna move, not gonna rotate down. I will try to get a different angle if like the large chalice she's holding is kind of blocking a large portion of her her skirt there at the bottom. So I'll try to get a different angle so I can get that. But I'm largely staying on top here. I'm not trying to change the angle too much. Oh yeah. You guys seen Guy's newest video where he paints a motto with 100 layers of varnish or Mephiston red? I think he did Mephiston red as well. I think my airbrush is getting clogged, and I kind of felt like it was going to happen because of all that crud that my brush that I was mixing with, like kind of scraped off at the side of my airbrush.
Cleaning your airbrush is important, folks. Especially not putting like grit down its pipes.
I love it when people put grit down my pipes.
That's a different thing.
That's a different thing. That's the next stream. Okay, it might have also just been a little bit of build up on the needle. You all didn't get Dan sick, did you? No, Dan's a national treasure. Whenever anyone in Minnesota is sick, we hide Dan away in his house for 2 weeks.
Dan is, in fact, the boy in the bubble. Dan's about to cross the threshold into the 200 zone.
Oh, I also watched the Rings of Power show while I was sick. I think people are too hard on that show. The production, exquisite, amazing. There's no fantasy TV show with that production. Like, that's a fact.
They did spend like $1 billion on her, something ridiculous.
Yeah, something ridiculous. I've never read the Silmarillion, so I don't know what the story is, but for the most part, it was a pretty compelling story. I think the last episode was a little bit dumb. There was definitely some dumb moments in the last episode. I don't know. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it a lot. Dude, Xena Warrior Princess, bro. Dude.
Oh, yeah, and Hercules. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Sorbo.
Yes.
My man, who is disappointed.
The writing wasn't great, but it was serviceable. See, I only took issue with the writing on the last episode. There was like a moment when, like, I'm not going to spoil anything, but like one of the wizards was like, I'm the good one. And it was just like, oh man, fucking cringe. Like that was so bad. But I didn't really notice terrible writing like otherwise. Do not look into Kevin Sorbo in the year of our Lord 2022.
Yeah, I know. But it doesn't matter. He still was a beast on set who also yelled, disappointed! Classic.
Elrond was my favorite character. You know, I kind of didn't. This is gonna sound super mean, but I just didn't really like what he looked like in terms of his appearance.
That's racist, Scott.
I like
just an elf, dude.
He is just an elf. I just think he looked a little bit too much like a wuss. Okay, the other Elrond, who admittedly is older, I liked his look, but yeah. Oh man. I think I'm totally screwing my airbrush right now. But I didn't mind his character.
Another one of your airbrushes?
Another one of my 17 airbrushes?
Yeah.
No, that's the only airbrushing we need to do today. What did you think of the elves' reverse sideburns? Reverse sideburns? What's the reverse? Is a reverse sideburn like having the entire 2-inch column of your head going this way shaved? I don't know what reverse sideburns are. I haven't seen the last couple episodes of Rings of Power, but I think it's been pretty good so far. Thaybeck, oh, I missed you. Thanks for the Prime sub. I want to know I put a poll out on my Instagram and 40% of people did not like the show. And so I know there are some people who didn't like it a lot. And I want to know why. I want to argue. I love arguing.
I refuse to watch it for one reason and one reason only. And by refuse to watch it, I mean I just haven't got around to it. But I'm going to pretend it's an ethical stance.
Okay.
The female dwarves don't have beards.
They kind of do?
They kind of do, but they don't.
Okay.
They're supposed to be indistinguishable by other races.
Okay.
Of course there are women dwarves. You just can't tell the difference, you racist human. That's what I want from my women dwarves.
Yeah. You know, I've also heard other dwarf gripes, they don't have enough screen time kind of thing.
Well, that's always true. Because dwarves should always be the star of the show. That's the reason for Game of Thrones' success, by the way. Is because Tyrion is the star of the show.
Tyrion? Who are we talking about now?
Dig deep, Scott.
Like the elf, Tyrion and Teclis?
I'm talking about Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed the first part of that sentence. Tyrion is goated.
He's the main character, for sure. I will watch it. I'll probably like it fine. It's a minor aesthetic gripe. I don't really care that much, but it is kind of lame because it's an own goal. They could have just done it. and everyone would be happy.
Someone said the adaptation was great compared to what Amazon did with
Yeah.
Wheel of Time. I heard some terrible stories about
We
that.
don't talk about that. They never adapted Wheel of Time. What a shame.
Yeah. They should someday though. Okay. Typically now I would start doing some usage of contrast paint. I don't know how I can really like emulate that with this paint without like potentially fucking up. So I'm just gonna use the contrast paint. I need Vulpes Pink. Perfect.
Couldn't you just use contrast medium?
I don't know. Sure, let's try.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't have a lot left. I'm kind of running low.
Ooh.
Ooh, running low. All right. I did kind of like take all of my paint out and put it in this thing for like staging purposes.
Oh, he's not at the paint. He's like below it. Hey, there we go. We got to use it a second time.
Hey. Ugh. I need Vulpes Pink, and I need Magos Purple. And then I need Rotting Flesh, which is not a contrast paint. Okay. The question is, where did I put the contrast? There they are, you sons of bitches.
Rufus is telling me this is a bad idea, which is all the more reason to do it.
Is it a bad idea? Oh, right, we're not using contrast paint. I'm looking for the contrast medium so I can mix my own contrast paints, because YOLO.
Yeah. Real men use dry pigments and mediums and nothing else.
Oh my God, dude. That's a skit right there. Oh, I mix my own paints. Yeah, so do I. That's not what I mean. How dry are your pigments?
I exclusively only use these 5 pigments to make all my colors. Real men only need white, black, green, yellow, and red.
There it is. You heard it here, chat. Whoa. Oh. Wait, what? Okay. Just trying to figure out where I'm at.
You're just a little out of frame. I mean, we can go back to the face cam. You're kind of leaning into that a little bit.
Yeah, I can like push this whole setup over.
Yeah, I failed on that one, Paramunderhill. He cheered and said, "Real artists give themselves cadmium poisoning by the age of 30. I'm working on it, all right? Mid-30s. My hands won't stop shaking.
Where the
Rot's on the right track, yes. I forge and create my own pigments with mortar and pestle. This burnt umber is my own roast.
Trying to think of like what people use to make pigments, and it's like all kinds of stuff. Like they'll like grind up like certain kinds of flower petals and mix that with medium as a dye.
Yep.
It's crazy out
Flavors
there.
of a fruit or any kinds of stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Chat, I don't know where my contrast medium is.
I guess this idea is a failure.
But furthermore, I don't know where my Magos Purple is.
Unless you have speed paint medium.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Do they make that? Okay.
Yeah.
I might have it.
Yeah, check your box of pink paint.
A box of pink paint.
Pig paint?
Okay. There's an Art Painter starter set. There is the Art Painter airbrush range or air range. You know what? I think I gave the contrast paint from Art Painter to Curtis. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
Totally not contrast paints, Scott. They're completely distinct. Please don't sue.
Oh right. Yes.
Speed paints. John stole. Did you see us?
All right.
We
Well,
subscribed with Prime for 6 months.
thank you, Yakias. Gave it back to me. Yeah. But then I finished using it, and then what the fuck did I do with it?
I thought that was the airbrush set.
That was the airbrush set.
It was
Yeah.
not the speed paints.
I have these 2 bottles of white goop. Technical Ard Coat and Storm Shield.
Those are varnish.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
That'd be a fun experiment though.
Curtis, I'm pretty sure right now you just have the Pro Curl stuff, as I recall. But I don't know what's in your place. Other than a man recovering from a disease.
A disease.
A disease. Tiger's Eye? Tiger's Eye 101.
All right. I give
Just
up.
subscribing with Prime. You know we love to see the Prime subs.
Thank you. It doesn't matter, Curtis. I don't need that paint. Even if you have it. Okay, I couldn't find my contrast media.
Beetle.
So what we're gonna do? Oh, I gotta look at this for my reference. Okay. I used Vulpus Pink as essentially a base coat. And I'll tell you why I call it a base coat in a bit. I'm not gonna finish the green armor yet, and that's because there is a chance that I'm going to make a mistake right now. And I want to leave that white armor step for the end so that I can fix those mistakes when and if they happen.
Curtis has him.
Cool. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't need him.
Oh, I've already reported him to the proper authorities.
Oh.
Also, Bone Torch just donated 5 buckaroonies.
Thank you, Bone Torch.
What's that beeping?
That means the 4 AA's that are charging right now are done.
Oh, good.
And it also means this building is going to explode in 30 seconds!
Oh, shit!
We're all going to die!
Unhallowed subscribing with Prime.
Thank you, Unhallowed.
Szechuan Doc, I'll tell you what you've missed so far. Scott looking for contrast medium.
Yeah, it was very fucking exciting.
I mean, I found it both compelling and thrilling. So far, this stream has been full of chills, thrills, and not so many spills yet. But
Not
maybe
yet.
you can tip over that pot. It is a GW pot.
Yeah, it'll happen. Just give it some time. Oh, I educated myself on the Mick Gordon situation with Doom Eternal.
Did you read a novel?
I did not read that Medium post, no.
I started it, and then I'm like, I will return to this at a later point in time.
And then you did.
I did get the full recap, but I'm like, I'm just going to trust the recap for now because...
Whose recap did you watch?
I watched Ludwig's.
Yes.
And I also watched, they talked about it on Land's show last week.
Okay. All right, I don't know what's happening, chat, but do you see what's happening right now? It's like splitting on top of this paint. Oh, man.
That's a problem.
What the fuck? It didn't happen here. It's kind of happening there. Hold on, maybe if I just fuck with it. It was very bizarre.
The surface is too smooth then.
Yeah, but it's matte, so it's got some tooth to it.
It should.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, so we're painting like her undergarment section, so her sleeves and her like loincloth thing, loincloth dress.
Maybe GW made their paint so proprietary they don't work out with other brands.
That'd be amazing.
Sounds like something that GW engineers wish they could do.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. When you kind of fuck with it some more, it seems like it fixes it, but honestly, it doesn't matter if it's doing that a ton, because I don't necessarily care what it looks like on the raised surface, because I'm going to fix that with my next layer of paint. Because even if it dried how it's supposed to dry with contrast paint, it still looks like ass to me, and I still have to apply a couple layers of paint to make it not look like ass. All right, man, wow, look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna take a picture of that, send it to Vallejo, because they were curious about some feedback, and this is definitely some feedback. The fuck, bro?
I mean, I'm gonna just continue to blame GW.
They're both to blame.
The Vallejo paint was there; it was fine. Why can't the GW paint just work?
Did I mix the contrast paint super well? Well, I don't see any medium in the bottom of the pot. I did give it a shake. Captain Graybeard and also Hersher Mafk. Thanks for the subs. I appreciate it. All right. I can't find Mango's purple, and I'm sad.
Is it Mango's purple? Is that really what it's called?
Magos.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I like my idea better.
your idea is great. All right. You know, the one contrast paint that I think works like the way that I would love all contrast paint to work is fucking Black Templar. It is really good. GW paint needs a little extra shake. Does it?
These contrast paints, you can never shake them enough.
I suppose so. Some of them will not look separated, but get weird and glossy as all hell if you don't mix them. Skeleton Horde is great too. My issue with Skeleton Horde is that it doesn't do anything differently than Seraphim Sepia did that I want it to do. Like if I applied a Seraphim Sepia wash to white to get a nice bleached bone or a tanned hide for parchment, they kind of all look the same.
Are they really raising prices by another 6%?
Because why not?
Yeah, pretty much.
I was trying to think of the last GW kit that I bought, and I can't think of it. I think it was Cursed City.
We built Cursed City.
Are you gonna finish or what?
No.
We built Cursed City on bones and dirt. No, I don't fucking know.
Probably blood.
Bones and necromantic power.
Infernal Brush, rating with a party of 116.
God diggity damn! Infernal Brush. What up? If you guys didn't know, Infernal Brush is a streamer here on Twitch who is a previous heavy metal painter. So if you want to see how those guys get it done, I don't know if he paints that way all the time.
I thought the best way to learn was to watch your heavy metal paint tutorials.
Oh yeah, that's definitely canon.
Yeah.
No, the best way is to go right to the source. And Infernal Brush, in many ways, is the source.
They have heavy metal painted minis at the source?
They do?
That's what you just said.
No.
Go to the source.
Nice, yes. Okay, Curtis is getting on this too, Kappa.
Yeah.
What up, Max Filet in the chat too? Oh, we got a bunch of little GW, like, hell and all day classics. Okay, what up, y'all? We're just doing a little speed paint of a novitiate here. Had chat vote on what they wanted to see get painted, and it was this. It's getting sweaty in here, y'all. And not because Max is here, because it's literally hot.
Want me to turn down the heat?
Yes, please. Put it on like fucking 60.
What'd you say?
Put it on like 60?
60?
Yeah. I can't take my hoodie off because I have a mic taped to my fucking t-shirt underneath. And so I'm just gonna sit here and sweat. Oh! All the great painters came to watch the clown stream where we somehow break Vallejo paints and make butt jokes. He's wearing a wire.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, definitely butt jokes. I'm also gonna paint over the stuff that I want to be silver. Just because it's just the only thing I really care about.
Lazy.
No. The only thing I care about when it comes to using a contrast paint is just the recess shade. If the recess is dark, then I can paint over it with silver paint and paint all the raised surfaces, and that dark line in the recess is now a recess shade for my silver paint. So it actually works out really nicely, which is why I tolerate contrast paint for this process. because it gets nice and dark in the recesses. Much love from Minnesota. What up? Man, that contrast paint just dried so disgustingly on that one sleeve. I don't know why. Uh-oh. I forgot that paint was still wet. Okay. And then I need to do one more contrast paint, and then it's on to layering some paints. Oh no, I need to paint the gloves black too. Oops. Where are you guys painting? Oh, we're on Infernal Brushes stream.
Rocketman Props subscribed with Prime. They've subscribed for 10 months.
Straight? That's pretty pog. A goth rocker with veiny arms, dude. You gotta go with the veiny arms. Then again, they probably all have veiny arms.
Gotta have veiny arms if you're gonna be creaming.
Yes. Hey, 32 months. God damn. I think I owe you. I owe you something, Curtis.
Yeah, I agree with Irk. Irk just resubscribed. 35 months.
God damn. A blowjob? Fake fan. Oh, yes. Blowjobs, maybe. What up, Polly? Polly is cracker. You were saving that one. Yeah, dude. Irk was saving that for the moment that you did your sub stream just so we could fuck with you.
Some fucking judo shit right there.
Dude, yeah, that'd be next fucking level, dude. Eric releases the birds precisely what he means to, and we've come full circle. We're back. We're back on Rings of Power. Sounds like an Irk thing to do. Yeah, Irk's pretty. He's pretty much a dick. Just kidding, Eric. Love you. All right, where the fuck is my Magos purple? What the fuck? Sorry if that clipped. Oh wait, I see it. Fuck yes. Owning. You guys remember the term owning? Who the fuck says that anymore? Losers. Hot tub mini paint stream. I love how you didn't even ask when. You're just like, I'm going to put my will into chat, and it shall happen.
Choo choo.
Scott's a force. It shows up precisely when it means to. Yes. The more Lord of the Ring references there are, the better. I'm gonna give you some John Bucks. Okay, bye. See you, Max. Have a good day. The amount of wet noise is going on right now. Yeah, it's we're at an all-time high here. Okay, so my mauve color, I went for the legs. Oh God, Jesus motherfucking Christ. Trying to push this paint down the thigh toward that knee armor, but Lord knows that, man, it's just impossible to get a smooth coat of this shit over white. Oh.
I think Irk might have a problem with Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power.
Oh, does he? Is he one of the haters?
Might be. Unless that, I'm misreading that.
No, he hates it. I want to know like specific examples because like, I don't know. If you're the kind of person who goes on the internet and like adopts other people's reasons to hate things, you're dead to me.
Well, I'm dead. It's literally my job to rep the brand, Scott.
No, I don't know. I didn't have the last episode, bad writing. I already said that, but Burke might have missed it. Oh, it's doing weird things again.
God, why are these contrast paints causing such problems?
Look, what is it doing? More pics, more evidence for Vallejo.
It's definitely gathering on itself.
All right.
You definitely shaked the absolute shit out of that one.
I know, yeah. That's the way I felt as well. Okay, wow. This is
Rufus agrees.
Rufus T. Firefly.
And as Rufus is the authority on such matters, you are absolved.
I'm curious if this happens with other paints. With other like types of translucent paints. Man, it is just looking so shitty. What the fuck? It looks so fucking bad, dude.
Really, it really badly split.
It's written as well as bad YAL. I don't know what that is. Most characters have no character. I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. That's such a wide statement that I have no idea how I would either show you that it's not true or you would show me that it is true. Andor is excellent. Rings of Power is bad. But why is it bad? Tell me why it's bad. It's okay to have bad taste in entertainment. I'll accept your apology. Kill me.
I mean, in fairness to Scott here, it takes watching things to really develop taste. And it took a long time for Scott to start watching things.
Yeah, I just didn't watch anything for like ever. All right, I'm turning the hairdryer on.
That's nice. It's really annoying to mute his mic to save you guys from the hairdryer these days, but Tubbleberry Live. 2 months with Prime. We appreciate it. Now's a good time to walk people through that don't know. You can subscribe with Prime for free. What does that mean? You need to link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. When you do so, you can subscribe to one Twitch channel per month at no cost to you. That's right, folks. You can use Jeff Bezos' money to pay me, which sounds pretty good. And if you don't have Amazon Prime, well, we get it. There are those people out there.
I kick ass for the Lord.
Nano DSC is getting with the program and subscribing with Prime. For the first time, it looks like. Wow, you could have warned me. I unmuted your mic just in time for you to cough.
I like coughed into my mic. That's great.
I apologize, chat.
Ashmedai says, Rings of Power was ass, not only because, but partly due to one, Galadriel is a total cunt, so we want her to succeed.
So why should we want her to succeed?
Galadriel is a cunt, bro!
Whoa.
In the Fellowship of the Ring, she is a scary bitch. She should be a scary bitch. She's like almighty. And like she's like a warmongering leader. So like when she goes and she's an asshole to people, she's not a diplomat. I don't know. I guess I'm doing the thing where it's like, here's why I hated it. And it was like, that was the point, you know? Whatever. Like, okay, yeah. What else did you say? 2, the Hobbits were total shit. Ah, fuck. I'm not gonna be able to read that. It's a slow burn. They're unlikable and flat.
Chat, this is a TV show review stream.
I'm just, I saw the movie got a lot of hate, but I didn't see why people hated it, and so I was just kind of curious why. And I guess I don't have to argue with it. They can just hate it, and that's fine. I'm just curious why. All shall love me in despair. That is the best line from Fellowship of the Ring, when Galadriel fucking freaks Frodo out. I love it. Okay.
Is that in Fellowship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's I think so, because it's the first time they go to Mirkwood.
You're right. It's either in Fellowship or Two Towers.
Yeah.
No, it would be Two Towers, wouldn't it?
I think it's Fellowship, but I could be wrong. Honestly, I love Galadriel because she's a badass female elf character, and she didn't take shit from no one. She's my favorite character. That or the black elf. He was also very stoic and cool. Okay, so now I need a magenta color to save this absolutely abysmal contrast paint, but I have to do this anyways when contrast paint is acting normally. Someone asked in the chat, why do I think this is happening? It appears like the paint is splitting because the surface has no grip, which makes no sense because it's matte and it has a ton of tooth. So I don't know why. I've never seen this happen before. It's not a great answer to the question, but legitimately I do not know why this would happen.
I mean, there's different types of tooth, right? So could have. This is going to sound ridiculous, but I think someone out there is going to be a physics nerd and understand what I'm saying. It could have macro tooth and no micro tooth.
What the fuck? That's not a thing.
Which is to say, its surface might be rough, but not rough in the
oh fuck.
What's the term I'm looking for? The microscopic way needed to actually adhere to a liquid, or vice versa. I don't know. It could be that it has micro tooth and not macro tooth.
Could it be too much water on the brush? I suppose it could be anything at this point, 'cause I don't know what caused the issue, but if it was too much water on the brush, then I imagine it would have happened a long time ago. Okay, so this was actually the perfect color that I needed, this magenta. But it's a fucking ink, unfortunately, and not a paint.
Eric says that this is happening because you liked the show.
What's happening? Oh, yeah.
It's because you liked the show.
Yeah. I mean, I agree.
Truly cursed. Cursed the stream.
Leo Paints, thanks for the sub for 3 months. The Black Templar did not have an issue, from what I can tell.
Leo Paints subscribes with Prime saying, and then says, oops, wrong button. Well, hopefully the sub with Prime wasn't the wrong button, but if it was, we appreciate it anyway.
All right, I'm gonna mix some of this magenta ink into my magenta paint, and I can already tell it's not gonna be good enough, so I'm gonna get some red paint and use that. So the inks and the fluos are in that case. The majority of the real paints are in this case. Cool, we'll use this red. This red's called Scarlet Blood. So I'm using, to get the paint that I want, which is like a Warlock purple color, if you guys are familiar with that paint from the GW range, I'm gonna mix these two together. You can't take this back, I've tried. Yes, absolutely, I wanted to know why people didn't like it. Joer Mungen, thank you for the Prime sub. This paint is a little bit thinner than like your typical paint, I think, which is not a bad thing. Oh, that red. God damn. That is a strawberry color. I'm gonna mix a little bit of green in that to kind of tone it down. Okay. I don't think I got anywhere close to what this paint should be. Maybe I could put some purple in there that I busted out. What's this called? This is called Deep Magenta. Okay, we're on the right page in terms of what the designers thought the paint should be used for, because I need a magenta. I dig it in new Vallejo's. Hello. Oh, heck yeah, dude. I love the sweet fluorescent. I use fluorescent on my novitiates as well. So glad to hear it. Mousin.
Hopefully we'll get to that today.
Oh, should be.
I mean, you did promise that you'd finish this stream.
Yeah, I also didn't expect the contrast paint to eat itself alive.
Here come the excuses, chat.
I'm on it. I mean, the problem with painting one model at a time and not having 10 in front of me is like I start to take longer than I should. But I will.
Do you need me to just stand behind you and chant faster, 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 faster?
Yes. I think that'd be good. So I'm just going to paint the tops of the surfaces that look like ass. And again, I would have to do this if the contrast paint behaved anyways, because I just find that more often than not, the very flat of a surface just doesn't get covered in a satisfying way with contrast paint. So now that the top of that is nice and opaque. Not so much down here at the bottom, but I tend to mix a little bit of a darker mixture down there. I don't really have a dark color at all. This purple isn't really dark. I need a black. Just copy and pasted a review I wrote for ROP to the Discord. He has a lot more. See, that's the thing. I don't think you should ever listen to anyone else's review and then inherit their opinion. I don't know. It's really.
Oh my God, it's like 8 pages long.
It's really interesting because, like, I mean, I read people's reviews, I write my own reviews and stuff like that, but it's like, whenever someone like catches wind of like a particular media being bad, and then they go and search on the internet for why it's bad and then adopt that opinion, that just doesn't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I love to hate.
I know.
And I hate to love. I'm mean.
I'm a mean man. What was that? There was that movie called something Darling. Fuck, what's it called? It's got Harry Styles in it. Oh wait, I do have some express colors. Son of a bitch. They're in here. They're all these. There's metallic express colors. Oh no, those are game color.
Are we allowed to show those off?
I don't fucking know. I think so. I thought that Juan Hidalgo was supposed to be the only one who got this stuff. I have washes. I have washes, express colors, and game color, and fluo, and like varnishes, and glaze medium. God damn, this thing is fucking loaded. Sometimes a critique will raise points that you agree with, and you can refer people to that review. Yes, sure.
There is one movie reviewer I have found in my lifetime where I can just kind of default to what he says. Where I go, if I haven't seen that movie, you can just go see if he's done a review of this movie, and it would probably be what I would say. However, I actually enjoy reviews from people that I disagree with more often.
Yeah. Don't worry, darling. Thank you. Okay, I knew someone would get that. That movie got shit on so much, and I don't know why. I went and watched it. Whatever. It isn't amazing. It's like a 6 or 7 out of 10 in my book, but it isn't bad. It's a perfectly serviceable movie and not a waste of time at all. And then the same thing happened with Morbius, in my opinion. Like that just got bandwagon.
Oh, here we go again.
The hate bandwagon came in hard for all 3 of these medias.
Gotta stand for his boy, Mr. Morb.
Morbin. It's Morbin time! RLM, baby, Red Letter Media.
Well, actually, that's exactly my point. I often don't agree with RLM's assessment of a movie. Not always, but what I value is that they often, A, don't agree with each other, and B, bring different points of view.
I want to paint ski goggles without doing a NMM blend of oranges and greens. Where do you get oranges and greens for ski goggles?
Sammy D 8989 makes the best point so far, which is it's okay. It's just to say not for me, instead of searching for a reason to explain why you don't like something.
Well, I mean, yeah, ish.
There are plenty of things out there that you can easily recognize the quality of and just say, it wasn't something that I connected with. I didn't enjoy it. That's fine. Trying to rationalize everything sometimes defeats the purpose of the art.
I don't know. I just didn't really. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. And I wanted to know, whenever I'm not part of like the main like wave of people's opinions on anything, I feel like there's something wrong with me. And so like I want to know what I missed. What did I miss? You know, what am I not seeing that seemingly everyone else is seeing? And I guess it's just.
I'm on it, Leo.
I just didn't agree. This paint is defo matte. All right, that's good enough. On to the next thing. This sleeve that got totally destroyed by the contrast paint incidents of 2022. The only true bad movie I've seen is Zombies. I mean, I've seen a lot of bad movies.
Yeah.
But I kind of make that a point to watch bad movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started watching one called I think it's Sword and the Sorceress, and like the main female protagonist has 4 tits. It's
Now we're talking.
and it's like it's crazy. It's there's a lot of 80s fantasy movies, which I wish we saw as many fantasy movies as we used to back in the 80s. Like there was a crazy explosion of fantasy in the 80s, and we just don't see it in the same way today. But there's a lot of trashy fantasy 80s movies.
You know, the contrast splitting on the head almost looks like it's white that's been doused in blood, and it's like rolling down.
Yes.
By the way, this is what they meant by orange and brown for goggles.
Yes.
I just threw it up on your screen there.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, ski goggles oftentimes have colorings that are, weird like that.
Gotcha. I would say if you want to try to emulate goggles and you don't want to blend at all or like do that kind of work, just like throw on like a glossy paint. Throw on like a glossy green from Tamiya Clear, or like throw on I think GW makes a thing called like Soulstone gems, like those kinds of things.
Yeah, those are like colored clear coats, and actually that would be my recommendation, would be to find 2 interesting colors and put an interesting color gloss on top of a different color bottom layer.
Okay.
You'll get some interesting pops of shiny stuff.
Yeah.
You could also get some of those color shift metallics, but those can be pretty finicky.
I mean, that's another idea. I've never played around with color shift paints, so I don't know what that's going to look like.
I mean, it looks like a bass boat.
Nice. Oh man, this is just all total ass. We're just gonna paint over all of this one. My ear is clogging. I had a lot of ear clogging issues when I got sick this time. I've never had that problem before, where like my right ear keeps clogging. Have I seen the Nick Cage movie Mandy? I have. It is a trip.
Pretty good movie.
To be honest, same thing with vocal people as before. If they really liked or hated, they'll tell you. If they're in the 4 to 6 range, they won't talk about it. That's true. Yeah, you feel more impassioned about an opinion when it's an extreme, for sure. Okay, I have a question for people who hated the movie, and maybe the answer is yes, because it probably is. But like, while you were watching it, where you're just like, man, this sucks. Because like when I was watching it, I was like kind of searching for why it sucked, and I just couldn't find it.
You talking about Morbius or that other one?
Talking about Rings of Power. I'm still on Rings of Power right now.
Oh, okay.
The best description of Mandy I've heard is Mandy is the cake made entirely of icing. That's a great way to describe it. It is. The movie's all about having fun. Okay. So, I apply a layer of Warlock Purple on top of the Vulpus Pink, the contrast paint, to deal with the fact that contrast paint never really covers the raised surface in a way that's pleasant to me, at least with the more saturated colors. I audibly cringed and rolled my eyes at my partner several times during RLP. Man, I would love to know what parts. I just want definitely I felt that in the last episode. There was cringe in the last episode. Okay, upset. Rage. All right, the next thing that I'm gonna do, and for some reason, my wet palette paper is just like absorbing this paint. I will say this is the paper that's typically used on like an everlasting palette, which has a tendency to do that. I'm gonna put some more water in my wet palette. Maybe that's a problem.
It's looking pretty thirsty.
Mm-hmm. Drink, my pretty. I guess the other thing about why I'm so curious about reason people hate the movie is because I like to think of myself as being able to critically analyze any kind of cinema. If I'm like not seeing it, like puts into question how I think of movies, you know? It's like, oh, this is bad, but I don't think it's bad. Am I a pleb, you know? Anyone feel that ever?
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's the other thing too, is that sometimes cinematic taste can start getting in the way of enjoying what a movie is good at. By that I mean, like, it can be tough to rewatch some movies that have really great scripts from the 90s but don't look all that good. Because you just expect more out of basic character drama now.
Okay. It is interesting actually to see how cinema has changed over the years. Like if you watch like a movie with Humphrey Bogart in it, from like the 60s or something, it's like a totally different kind of viewing experience. It's much more like theater than it is like a movie that from like today. I've learned to come to terms with my terrible taste because it makes me enjoy myself. Yeah.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with liking to listen to pop music or watch basic Marvel movies and think that they're a lot of fun and what you enjoy. That's fine.
It's not. You have to like really weird and obscure things.
Yeah, you can't like what's popular, because if you like what's popular, that means that you're dumb or something.
That was definitely me in high school. Like
a lot of people in high school.
I actively avoided fucking like Led Zeppelin and like Queen and shit.
Yeah, we were talking about Queen like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 100%. That was me in high school.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
I did not have that problem. I had other problems. I continue to have other problems.
Oh, same brother.
For those that may have had the thought linger in their mind when I said that there's one reviewer out there that like channels me in every review, it's the YouTuber Patrick H. Willems. When I saw his like 60-minute rant about the Fast and the Furious franchise being like one of the best things American cinema has produced and just being wholeheartedly awesome, even though he's like a film auteur, I was like, I have found my spirit animal. And he and I also agree that Tokyo Drift is the best one. which is a very controversial opinion.
I think the much more controversial opinion is that fucking Fast and Furious is like, oh, what'd you say? Like redefining American cinema?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a little bit more controversial than Tokyo Drift's the best one.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I mean, we got bigger problems then.
So here's the key here is, as a cinema export, Fast and the Furious is to American culture what, and I've told you about this before, is to what British culture is to James Bond.
Yeah, but James Bond's actually good.
The Fast and the Furious movies are significantly better than most James Bond films.
Is that true?
Yeah.
There are a lot of bad James Bond movies, but there are a lot of really fucking good ones.
There are a few really fucking good ones, and there are quite a few pretty mediocre ones. And all of the Fast and the Furious movies, except the second one, are fucking awesome.
The first one is awesome. I don't know if I've really watched... I've watched Tokyo Drift.
The first one is the boringest, but it's still pretty good.
Now I feel the need to watch every single fucking Fast and Furious franchise movie.
All right, so what we need to do is a 9-movie marathon.
Just to keep you guys up to date on what the fuck I'm doing.
This is a painting stream.
With this motto, I've taken some of this magenta paint and I've mixed in a little bit of that cream green. And now I'm doing a second highlight, and I'm focusing the majority of that on the upper parts of the model, not like the lower skirt portion. But I do a little bit of highlighting at like the very top of like the waistline. This is too bright.
All right, Eric, I got a question for you. What is something that's massively popular that you wholeheartedly enjoy?
Are we discovering that Urk is a hipster?
I think Irk might be a hipster.
Urk, are you a fucking hipster, bro? Dude, that's so 2005, Urk. Come on.
No, I'm just wondering.
Hipster. Oh my God, it works too well. This is your legacy now, Urk. I hope you're happy. Like Space Marines, you dumbasses. I love it when Urk's mad at me.
Yeah, but which kind of Space Marines?
He likes Dark Angels. That's one of the, was the term founding chapters?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's not the Boys in Blue.
Yeah. I mean, okay, any kind of Space Marine is...
I know.
It's fucking...
I'm just saying that is the pop music. Boys in Blue, they're on the box, so I love them.
All right, and one last sleeve to do.
I understand what he's saying, but he's missing the part where the American Gaijin moves to Japan and then outdrifts the Japanese, thereby proving to be a perfect representation of American superiority imperialism in film. Like, it is the whole thing is a meme from top to bottom. All right. He likes Naruto and it's mad popular. All right. Okay. Urk's not a hipster. You can't be a hipster and like Naruto. That's the only thing that keeps Dan from being hipster too.
We call that hipster medicine.
Tokyo Drift is just Dances with Wolves. So the first movie is a Point Break remake, and the third movie is a Dances with Wolves remake. Got it.
All right. That is the magenta cloth done. Now, I'm going to do the mauve cloth, which really isn't mauve. It's more of a... Oh my God, what's light purple?
Plum?
Oh, there's a word.
Faded plum?
I can't think of it. Violet is just... Lilac, thank you. Lilac. It's more of a lilac than a mauve.
Fuchsia?
Fuchsia?
Lavender?
No, we got there, guys. We're fine. Relax. I have a wonderful lilac color here. I'm going to mix it with some of this deep magenta that I have in my palette. And just paint over this fucking train wreck. Oh God, this is just terrible. Man, I'm sweating so much right now, dude. Okay. I'll keep it together, Scott.
I turned off the heat.
Oh man, I know. It's the lights.
Ben X Layton. Subscribing with Prime.
Thank you, Ben X Layton. I saw that Hearthstone card you're painting on Instagram. Looking pretty cool.
Hearthstone?
Yeah, he painted a Hearthstone card. Which paint split? The contrast paint split on top of this new Vallejo paint that I apply with an airbrush. I don't know why it happened. It was weird.
It's GW puts microchips in their paints to keep them proprietary. You can only put them on top of other GW products.
This is true. Yes. The answer is microchips.
Yeah. Damn you, GW!
Why?
That's what you get from a market leader in hidden technology.
You get microchipped fucking paint. Fucking bastards. I knew it. Is Max still in the chat? You guys microchip your paint?
Maybe that's the next phase of medium. We've got water-based medium, like water acrylics. We've got oil-based paints with linseed oil and stuff. Maybe we need something with like a silicone oil.
Silicone oil.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty intense.
Something that keeps the microchips from transmitting, so that way it can't interfere with your painting anymore.
Dude, what happens when a GW microchip ends up inside of me because I eat the paint?
That's how they regain control. We don't need a contract with Scott. We have his body.
Yeah, right. At some point, GW's gonna flip the switch.
Snaps his eyes open in the middle of the night. Must promote kill team.
This is totally true.
Must paint final space marine.
The final.
Control Viking picked up the new Slaves to Darkness box.
Ooh.
I know one of the players in our Escalation League, John, did the same. He was saying he was going to bring one of the models last night to paint night, and then he didn't show up.
Bastard.
What a nobo.
There is / was a hair embedded in the thigh of my dude. Eon's a battle. Kill team sucks. I have 20 teams. Eon's a battle. You are like you're the guy. You can't say that.
Oh, hey, that reminds me. Eon's a battle. I always see in the background of your videos you've got one of those Dead Zone boxes. Local store has a bunch of them on sale. Should I pick some up? Is that game actually good? I demoed it a little bit at Gen Con for like 5 minutes, and I thought, maybe. And I haven't really played it yet. But I might go pick up some stuff because it sounds like they're blowing it out for real cheap. Huddleston is asking you, Scott, do you know any places that are going to put on really big Black Friday sales?
The only one that I know is the one that Evan doesn't like.
Boo.
But I remember. I can never remember what it's called. Some MM.
Miniature Market. He means Miniature Market.
Miniature
the one that's
Market.
actually owned by Asmodee, so they're competing with the stores that they're also suppliers of. If you got a local place, try and support them. They probably have a Black Friday deal.
Yeah, honestly.
If you don't have a local place, go for it. Buy from Miniature Market. The deals are pretty good.
All right. Man, I fucking hate it when my palette paper absorbs my paint. It is so annoying. Oh, I hate it so much.
This is not going the way that you intended it to go, Scott.
No, it really isn't. Oh my God, I'm like.
Are you okay, my friend?
I'm really sweaty right now.
Do you want me to bring you a cold beverage?
No, I got my cold beverage right here. Skill issue. Fuck you, Mike. I hate you.
That was almost a spit take on the production computer.
All right.
How about a couple ranch sauce?
Probably.
It's cool ranch, so it'll cool you.
Oh, nice. Get a Miniac such top bartender.
I can learn how to bartend. It's not that hard.
Yeah, easy.
The bartending school of Minnesota is pretty close to here.
Coat your wet pellet in Rain-X. No,
Cost
this.
$50 last time I checked to get your bartending license through that school.
Oh yeah, like they try to get students to do that, like to pay for like their college tuition.
No, it's something like that. I don't know, but like it is like $50, and it's just open classes or something like that.
Yeah.
Who was that in high school? Was that my high school girlfriend that was like, "I'm totally gonna do that," and didn't do it? Maybe it was someone else.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Okay. Got that leg all cleaned up. Nice little separating line. There's still some texture right there in the middle from when I tried to carve out that hair. Whatever. I don't fucking care.
The texture adds character.
Yes, we'll say that. Maybe a smidge more highlight.
K&B, 100 bits. Is the cold beverage a Diet Mountain Dew? I got good news for you. That's a Diet Mountain Dew.
Can you mute the mic, please?
Mute your mic?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, you're muted. Get it? You good?
Yeah, I'm definitely saying the most disgusting things. Scott, you probably want to redo your wet palette when you're done because you probably got bacteria from your drink in it. Maybe. I mean, that's definitely not the only place I got bacteria in my fucking wet palette from. All right. I don't gotta do this other thigh so much.
Bacteria notoriously feed off of heavy metals and other pigments.
Yes.
The Miniac contrast medium.
A collaboration with Nurgle. All right. Good enough. Did I paint? Oh, yeah. Oh, God. There's so much more to paint still. Fuck me. All right. I'm just going to rebase coat this because it looks so bad up there. Is that soldier holding a goblet? Yeah, I guess so. This goblet gets me extra faith points, though, so it's a good goblet. Oh, another thing I did while I was sick was I learned how to use the lychee slicer instead of Chi2 box. Because my God, is adding support so much easier with lychee than it is with Chi2 box.
I've heard that Chi2 Box Pro is better at that.
It might be.
Regular Chi2.
It definitely might be.
But I don't know. I have Chi2 Box Pro because
Nice.
it came with my 3D printer
Oh, that's cool.
for a year. But I'm probably just going to use Rufus Kit says lychee is a billion times better than lychee. And then says, I mean Chi2, which means it's impossible for me to tell which one you mean is which, Rufus. What do you mean? You mean Chi2? Which one is Chi2?
What's the difference? There's a lot of like micro differences.
What about the macro differences?
I don't know about those. But the reasons why I got lychee and I have been enjoying using it is because you can scan for islands in the same menu that you could add supports. And so you scan for islands, it has a bunch of red dots all over the model, and then as you add supports, the dots go away. Very logical. With Chi2 Box, you scan for islands in the same menu that you are slicing the model in, the last step you do when preparing a model for 3D printing. And then when you scan, it finds them. You have to go backwards into the supporting menu, go to the one layer that you can remember off of that list, fix that island, and then go back into the slicing like section, rescan for the islands every single fucking time. It is so bad.
All right, so I'm going to use lychee. Got it.
Unless I'm an idiot, but that is how it worked for me with Chi2 Box. The other thing that lychee has that Chi2 doesn't have is mini supports. And so you can have a big, thick, strong support that's gonna have no problem curing, running up to an area, and then branch out from that thick support with 4 mini supports that go to like small areas, like the eyebrows, for instance, or like a very thin detail on like a helmet or something like that. And so you can be super creative with supports, and with Chi2 Box, it's a little bit more limited, in my experience. Why you know a Chi2 Box power user? I don't know. Is that any better? All the guys that I know that are into 3D printing like say that Chi2 Box is trash, but those are the only reasons that I discovered when making that switch.
My big issue with Chi2 is that it's the proprietary piece of software, since they're the ones making all of the control boards and stuff for most of the budget 3D printers. And for a while, they closed people out of 3D printers and were like, oh yeah, we're going to release an API. And it took sounds like 5 months.
So the same company that makes Chi2 Box also makes all of the main boards for most consumer 3D printers?
Yeah, the Elegoo and I think it's the Anycubic, all those, they're basically all on the inside. It's a Chi2 Box main board and some Chi2 Box hardware, or Chi2 hardware.
Interesting.
Don Max says Chi2 Box shows nubs where support should be needed in the support screen. No need to repeatedly scan for islands. Chi2 is also easier for me to adjust the support tip penetration. I think that there's a substantial amount of people using both. I know that I just started following an up-and-coming YouTuber called Once in a Six Side, who has he was a guy doing supports professionally for minis, and he has an hour-and-a-half long guide of all the different ways to approach supports and the best practices and stuff. And he has some amazing 3D printing minis. He's the guy that I'm actually paying attention to on this stuff right now. So
nice. I'm glad to hear that there is an argument to be made for Chi2 Box, because I used it for the longest time. Definitely had some problems with it, but I don't know. I think they're both good, but I'm glad to hear that there are some people that still enjoy using it. It's always good to have multiple valuable tools. Someone said that the fact that I am sweating is an indication that I'm still sick, and obviously I'm still sick because of my congestion. I'm definitely at the end of my sickness. And the reason why I'm sweating is because I'm surrounded by 400 watts of LED lighting, literally 400 watts, not incandescent equivalent, literally 400 watts. And it's at 100% every single light. I always sweat. I don't know why I kept my hoodie on. I'm an idiot. I think that was Jim.
Yeah, I should really remind you to take your sweatshirt off before we stream most of the time.
Yeah.
Most of the time. Sometimes it's funny to see you sweat. Chat likes that.
Chat likes it when I sweat.
They want to see you glisten.
Mm.
Hashtag keep Scott moist.
Ugh.
Yowza.
I've mixed some of this lilac highlight into a purple highlight in the game color range, and I'm now just doing a second and final highlight of this purple color that I have. It isn't the same as the other model that I had. It's a little bit deeper in color, more saturated. And I could fix it if I wanted to, but it would just take a lot of time. And I think that she's gonna look fine in the end, so I don't think it really matters. I might actually sneak a final highlight on here. Aside from the contrast paint doing a weird thing, I don't have any reason to dislike this paint.
Apparently, Lychee's doing some sort of live stream big announcement right now, according to Rufus.
Oh, cool.
Don't know what it is. I'm postulating that it's a collab with GW to make their printers compatible with the GW microchip paint. But
Wait, so do we ever figure out if Rufus likes or doesn't like Lychee?
he prefers Lychee. Yes.
Oh, okay.
The quantum superposition of his two statements was resolved.
I don't know what the fuck that means. Quantum
At least
super?
one or maybe even 2 or 3 people in chat will understand the joke that I just made.
Yes, inside joke's my favorite.
Not so much inside as very specific physics jokes.
Okay. Maybe Curtis will understand.
Is Curtis a physicist?
Curtis is into most forms of science, but was very adept at physics, at least in high school, and I'm assuming also in college.
Curtis is a smart guy.
He is a smart guy.
He just doesn't act that smart.
He got a 35 on his ACT.
I didn't take the ACT, so I can't compare.
He is cringing so hard that I said that right now. Damn, Curtis Scott, you motherfucker.
Yeah, but what about your SAT score? Come on.
None of us in Wisconsin took, in Southeast Wisconsin took SATs.
You're supposed to take both so you can apply to all the schools regardless of what they want.
Oh, yes.
I only took the SAT because I had to. I didn't take the ACT.
Who the hell lives in the West takes the SAT? Is that what, so it's all of the Midwest?
No, I took the SAT. I didn't take the ACT.
And you were in Minnesota your entire life, right?
I mean, my entire school life, sure.
Your entire life.
I have never left Minnesota. Aside from the times that I've traveled to Iceland and Germany and Mexico and all but like 6 states of the Union. Alaska, I'm coming for you soon.
Got a couple little mistakes to fix here. Got some magenta on the top of her booba. And then
Eons of Battle says, I took whatever test they gave me in Illinois, filled in B for every answer, and left. Aw, yeah, the rocker boy strat.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking... That is a bold strategy. I don't know, man.
Here's the fun fact. Supposedly, and I don't know if this is still true, but for quite some time, statistically, if you were going to do that, the best one to do was C, not B or A or D.
They really taught us in school that, like, your only chance for a future is via college. So...
I mean, that's obviously true, Scott.
Yeah.
You're using your college degree right now. Can't you tell?
Yeah.
What is your degree in, Scott?
Computer engineering. Still got into college. Well, high school didn't teach you how to spell college, apparently, Eon's Battle. Unless that was a cheeky joke. And if so, well played. My AP Chem teacher once made every single answer on a test C just to fuck with you. Man, that's brutal.
Yeah, that is some mind games shit. It can't possibly be C again. I must be getting something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly if it's a really long test.
That's not fair.
You're like 30 questions in and you're like, no way. There's 20 more questions to go. This is impossible. And then by the end, like the last 5, you've just caught on. You're just like, fuck it, they're all C.
Yeah. That's when you like meet up with your friends afterwards. And you're like, did you get C on every answer? And then like you're like, oh shit, I definitely fucked up.
You didn't see him write on the whiteboard, the answer is not C to any question?
Okay. Purple, magenta, black, done. Just kidding. This looks a little shitty. Let me fix that real quick. Matte paint is not preferable for this kind of painting, where you're painting fast and loose. Definitely satin paint is the preference. I would not choose this range for what I'm doing right now, but it is an experiment. And it's coming out totally fine anyways. Okay, let's finish up the power armor. And the way I did that was I did a small amount of glazing just to bring back some of that green to the bottom parts of the armor panels. And then like a very brief edge highlight of white. And that was it. So let's see if we can find an ink or maybe an express color that would be sickly enough. I used a pretty sickly green color.
Clarktron 3000 would like to know, why exactly is a matte paint not good for this?
Matte paint has a tendency to really, not has a tendency, it does. It really shows blending mistakes. So let's look at an example. Right on, well, I kind of fixed it for now, but let's go to the paint cam for a sec.
Let's go to the paint cam.
I don't know if you can really see this. I kind of fixed it, but like on her butt, that matte paint, especially right below this little pouch right here, it's not sharp enough. It looked so patchy and spotty. Like when people are painting with white paint and they say it gets, what's the term people use?
Chalky?
Chalky, yes. Matte paint gets chalky really easily. And in order to make paint not chalky, you need to give it the time of day. You need to slowly build up layers of opacity. And then the chalkiness goes away. And when you're painting fast, you don't really have that time. Is that why it's hard to feather with scale 75? Not necessarily. Feathering, what makes a paint easy or not to feather with is how thick and creamy it is and how well it thins out without splitting, like splitting medium and pigment.
And how much working time you have.
Sure, that too, yeah. So yeah, I think Scale 75 paint is pretty good for feathering actually. But you still have to deal with that blending issue. But then the benefit you get from matte paint, because if someone's curious, it's like, wow, matte paint sounds like a hassle. The benefit is that technically, the only highlights and shadows that appear on the model are the ones that you put there. So it's a great way to demonstrate your talent as a miniature painter. It's kind of like NMM. There isn't really a reason to use it otherwise.
Or in some cases to demonstrate your lack of talent.
Or that, yeah. All right, there is an express color that's pretty damn close to the tone that I used. It's called Orc Skin. Paint nerd. I mean,
Didn't learn no paint nerding in college.
Do you have a recommendation for white or near white paint that is good for airbrushing? GW Corax White is super sandy and chunky. Yep, Housen got it. I just use white ink, and that serves my needs. Paint with dollar store craft paints to really show off your skills. Now I'm cooking. I like that avatar. Cool 8-bit avatar. All right, so yeah, that's pretty. That's not exactly the same green color, but it's close. All right, might thin it a skosh with some water. Dab it off here. Let's see how. Okay, I'm gonna use it straight and see how intense this green paint is. I'm gonna just kind of paint it onto the bottoms of the knee pads and the shoulder pads, and I'm also going to paint it in the recess. So there's like a nice recess that divides the the clamshell top portion of her knee pad and like the rounded portion of her knee pad. It's Mesa. Nope, it's me, Sam YC. It's me, Sammy C. I got there. Whoo! Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it.
They really don't make it easy sometimes.
No, the lack of spaces makes it really challenging.
And capitals and lowercase.
Yeah.
Please.
No punctuation.
Not on board with the real ID online thing, but I am on board with the capital separating words thing.
Yeah. Camel casing. Now, if you were a better airbrusher than me and you were able to apply your white highlights and not like totally annihilate that green underneath, then you wouldn't have to do this step, but I am not that good, and so I need to do this.
Am I the only one in here that uses his college degree? I didn't go to a real college, by the way. I went to a real fake college.
You can see now the bottom of that knee pad got a little bit of green down there. The bottom of that shoulder pad got a little bit of green down there. And now we're gonna tie it back together with a highlight of, I think I used white on the model, but I only did one layer, so it definitely wasn't fully opaque. So I'll just use cream, because it's already on my palette. Not cream green though, just cream. Something is happening with this palette paper, and I'm not a fan.
Must return to the ways of parchment paper.
Oh, I got some more. I ran out. The first one I ever bought, I ran out of finally.
Which side do you have up on your weird special palette paper?
I don't know. I didn't know there was a side that had to be up.
If this is the same ones that you gave me or similar to them, the answer is yes. I don't know if that's true of all of them.
I'm dubious about this. There's a right side for everlasting wet palette paper?
Yes. because one side is more porous than the other to help wick up the water, but the other side has a coating to keep paint from seeping through.
Interesting. Is this true? Chad, is this true?
Yeah, the Red Grass Games ones have a specific orientation.
Okay. Osmosis can only go in a single direction.
No, can go in a single direction.
Oh. I think it is. Yes. Scott must have been infected with that explains why his paint has gone all wonky. Zammy's just shows up, she just screams war cry, then she just dips. Oh, that's funny. And this is why I like doing my edge highlighting step last. I got all that purple there on the top of her knee pad, and now I can just clean that right up. Nice and crispy. Oh, I just
Got
fucked
a
up.
glass palette insert now. That's neat.
Glass palette. I kind of fucked up right there. Man, it is really sucking it all up. I've never heard that before about the wet palette paper, but I'm definitely gonna look into that.
I'm trying to find the citation right now, but their website is way too picture oriented. Yeah. We're just talking about the reusable paper right now. We're not talking about regular paper, which is just totally just parchment paper.
Curtis just asked, when are we gonna play Warcry? We kind of just decided to not be super exploratory with games. We should have like a stream that's like a new game stream.
Yeah.
That's too much pressure though.
Maybe on like a different day.
Oh, like a weekend maybe?
Yeah, maybe like
at
on a
like
weekend.
at like 1 or something.
Yeah.
All right. The fuck you guys talking about? Evan is constantly wanting to do a stream on a weekend so that we can kind of just gauge what the numbers are like on a weekend where like all time zones or the majority of time zones can participate. Mostly EU, because our gaming time slot is not EU friendly. All right, white power armor done. Cool beans. I think for the face, all I did was some kind of contrast paint and then like 1 or 2 layers of paint. No, I used the contrast paint and it was so trash that I didn't want to use it anymore. Let's try the express one. It's got to be an express skin tone, right? Thick blood. Dwarf skin. Okay, that's a possibility.
Dwarf skin.
Hi there, I'm new to painting minis and someone strongly suggested the contrast paints, but after watching this, I'm wondering if they are worth it, question mark? Yeah, I would say they're worth it. I don't know. I'm definitely like, I don't know. If you want to paint minis for the purposes of playing a game, you just want to get it done, use contrast paint. I think that is a great solution. If you are just getting into painting miniatures and you want to build a foundation that's going to like carry you into like miniature painting godhood, I would say skip contrast paint. They're not bad. They're not evil. I don't think they're evil. But I think they're not going to teach you how to paint in a way that's going to bring you to godhood.
Can't eat it. It's too expensive.
But they're not bad though. They're certainly not bad. Wasteland brown, copper brown. Ooh, a special effects corrosion. Man, this little box here is just loaded.
Scott Rufus has a suggestion for us. Curtis should have to play in his underwear as long as his models are naked.
Oh, there it is. I mean, I don't think he would protest.
Yeah, Curtis's response to that is, yeah, I'd do that for free.
Oh, there is an express medium.
Express medium.
Okay, so there is only one skin tone, and it's dwarf skin. So, as far as I can see, maybe I'm wrong. Never mind, it's down. They do help with early layers, yeah. I agree with that. So it's like, you would think, it's like, what's the difference between using a contrast paint for like a base coat versus using a normal paint? And it's that in one swipe, I can get close enough, and it just feels I can do that faster than with a normal paint. And I don't even mean like one swipe and like I'm done painting. I mean like one swipe and now I can begin layering. It feels like if I want to do that with normal paint, I have to like apply multiple base coats.
JBA version 2 asks, what do you think of not having your army with a uniform paint scheme?
What army do I have that doesn't have a uniform paint scheme?
I mean, that's key is, do you ever do non-uniform paint?
Oh, that's the question. Okay.
Yeah, what is your opinion on armies that use non-uniform paint schemes?
I think that they are totally valid and okay. I think a lot of people fret an awful lot about having every single model in their army look the exact same.
Scott, I am confused. That model is not the same shade of red as the other models. Clearly, it is not from the same sub-faction and doesn't benefit from the rules.
Clearly. All right.
I'm going to call the TO because I'm feeling confused at the moment.
Dude, fuck this shit. Yeah. So my wood elves are kind of like that. They're kind of just like, I use like the same 10 green colors like in different places all over every model. But none of them have like the same like application of paint. Like they don't all have like the same color green cloak, is what I'm trying to say. And I think the army looks great together. Okay. I'm gonna take, oh man, I'm gonna regret that, aren't I? Vince appears just to say sure. The question is what is he saying sure to? What up, Vince? How you doing today, man? Cut off all the magazines on your bolters to confuse your opponent to think they have no ammo. That'll work. You know what? Okay, fuck this. I'm gonna bring this home and I'm gonna steal the other parchment paper that has a cardboard interior. Because that just ain't happening. Ugh. I just got up for like the first time in a bit, and let me tell you, my butt is sweaty. Pinup Tyranids, that is all. Who wants to see Tyranid titties? Say yes in chat. I fully expect Curtis to say yes.
I've heard of gene stealers, but this is ridiculous.
Sure. Boner boys, more like boner bugs. Nah, I'm good. Busty ass nids, dude.
These nids be busty.
Yes. Yes. Damn, these nids built different. Tyrannussy. Oh my god, dude. You're all fucking degenerates. It was a trap.
I told you about Twitch before the stream started.
Yeah, everyone said yes, we're banning them. Ha! Someone called KDM.
Told Scott before the stream, Twitch is a platform exclusively for degenerates. But I didn't say afterwards, but was implied. Like us.
Pinup tyrants are basically H.R. Geiger.
Oh, who's played Scorn?
I kind of know who H.R. Geiger is.
He's the guy who did art that inspired Alien and
Yes.
then worked on Alien.
Yes.
And a bunch of other stuff.
Does he have anything to do with Cthulhu shit? No. What's that guy's name?
That's H.P. Lovecraft.
Mm.
And
The other
predates Giger by like 70 plus years, I think.
Okay.
Scorn is very icky. Yeah.
What's Scorn?
A very Giger inspired kind of horror game. You know, think what's that? Not Amnesia. What was it? Machine for Pigs or whatever. Their follow-up game where it's just everything is body horror and disgusting. It's kind of like that.
How can a game simultaneously be a sick game to watch but also looked boring as fuck?
Because it's slow-paced and methodical and everything. I think I might play it on stream. The question is if I can play it while walking on my treadmill.
The visuals were amazing. Gotcha.
It's just a very, very slow-paced horror game.
Okay. Alrighty, right. Just gonna do a couple little skin tone highlights here on her face after applying that wash. See, to me, this does not look like skin tone. And maybe it might be because there was like a tiny amount of green in my undercoat, but like it was mostly covered up with the cream. But like this is so dead looking. I don't know. And I feel like GW's contrast skin tones do the same thing. They're just like so not opaque enough. We are painting a novitiate kill team member. Yes, so effectively a sister, but not yet.
The only time I've ever gotten anything good out of Guilliman Flesh was when it was going over like white.
Yeah.
Like I went in and painted the hands. It was a thing that didn't have a face, but it had like ungloved hands. And I painted them titanium white.
Okay.
And then I put the Guilliman Flesh on, and it looked okay. I still went back and redid a bunch of stuff because that's what you do over contrast paint if you're not in a hurry. But it came out a lot better than it has in other situations. Also, Sun's Ride, resubscribing with Prime, 1 month away from a year. 11.
Damn.
It's pretty good.
Thank you for the support, Sun's Right. I appreciate it, man. Okay, there's just so much green sticking around in that cheek. Let's see if I can do something about that. Some little mermaid music right now. Guilliman Flesh, for me, I need to do a 1-to-1 with medium, otherwise it feels too brown. Man, if I mix that with medium, it'll be even less opaque. If you want to do a few skin colors, what are your top 3 to 4 paints? I'm a big fan of Talaran Flesh, an old GW Foundation paint. I'm a big fan of Basic Flesh, which is a paint from the Chimera set, the Danilo Cartacci set. I love Sandalwood, which is actually a wood color in the scale 75 range. And that's kind of it. For like straight up skin tones, like the mid-tone color, not like shades and highlights and shit like that.
My favorites. Let me actually just pull them up so I can actually name the specific numbers of the colors.
Put me on the paint cam before you do that.
Oh yeah, sure, we can do that.
We can do
This is a painting stream after all.
It is.
Sorry, I mean, we were already on the painting cam, Scott. What are you talking about?
Oh. Excellent. Excellent.
We got there.
Scott painting? No way. No fucking way, dude. Dead.
Okay, so Vallejo's Panzer Aces line.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
They have 3 flesh tones in there, and they are for painting anything from Mediterranean to like really, really pasty white Caucasian flesh. They are my favorite 3 paints, and it is flesh base, flesh highlights, and flesh shadows. 70.341, 342, and 343. I lean on those real heavy for painting white boys like me.
White boys like me.
There's a lot of room between the 3 colors. The flesh shadows is a very dark, slightly desaturated red-brown. The base color is actually like I would call like almost a burnt umber color. It's like an orange. And then the highlights is like Scott outside in the sun. And you just kind of, you take all 3 and you put them on the palette and you blend them all together in a big stripe, and you have everything that you need to make pretty much anyone that doesn't have black skin or like alternative, vampire skin or whatever. Big fan. But I've also done the classic like Bugman's Glow and Barbarian Flesh and things like that from GW and so on.
Beige red is another phenomenal paint from Reaper MSP. If that's a paint range you like. A lot of people like that paint a lot. I'm just adding another little highlight just to make it more pale, because the other skin tone that I achieved was more pale.
Uncle Sturbin wants to know, Scott, what are your thoughts on Betamax?
That's a word that is, Betamax, like the format for like delivery? Ah.
Yeah, because media.
Media? Thoughts on Betamax? I can't pretend to have an opinion. I never watched any Betamax content, so I don't know. I just now figured out from a recent LTT video that you could, at one point, buy HD VHS.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too.
DVHS.
And it's higher definition than DVD.
Then DVD, yeah, 1080i. It's interlaced, not progressive skim, but still, that's fucking awesome, dude.
It's pretty cool.
Total War Warhammer 3 is on sale. Rufus Kit with the biggest news of the stream. I'm buying the shit.
We're done here.
Yeah, pack it up. I'm buying the shit out of that. I haven't bought it yet, but man, I would love to, dude.
I'll probably buy that.
They
did the thing with that where like a bunch of the DLC is backwards compatible, right, or something?
I don't know.
They did that.
Sounds right.
With one of the games, was that this one? I don't know. Those games are pretty cool.
I really, really enjoyed Total Warhammer 2. That was a lot of fun to play. I enjoyed
watching a lot of stuff about it. I bought the game and never played it, and just kept watching video after video.
Oh no. The Wood Elf campaign, I forget what it's called. I think it was an expansion that you had to buy, but that was a lot of fun to play in Total Warhammer 2. All right, let's paint an eyeball. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the other eyeball. It's kind of a little obscured. Fucking Steam making me buy all these games on a ton of play.
I've been really good this year. I haven't bought like any video games. The only video game that I've bought, or rather that I've gotten that's new, was purchased for me by a friend who was like, I want to play this with you, and he bought me the game. That was Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Oh.
Which is, it's just Borderlands. It's fine. It's Borderlands. If you like Borderlands, cool. If you don't, you won't like it.
Curtis and me need to play fucking Morta?
What?
It is a co-op Action RPG. Moira? Morta? Children of Morta? Fuck. I keep thinking about it though. I keep wanting to play it. Curse, what's that game called?
Mordhau?
No,
Mordheim?
not Mordhau. Mordhau is a different game. Children of Morta. Getting some white on that thing. That's okay though. Children of Morta. Pixel. It's a rogue. Oh wait, it's a roguelite? I did not know that it was a roguelite. I thought it was just an action RPG like Diablo or something. Well, is Diablo a roguelite?
No.
I didn't think it was.
Oh, that's cool. Apparently, Lychee's big announcement was that they're releasing an FDM printer slicer now as well.
You're saying as well.
On top of their current resin-based printer slicer.
Okay, I didn't know they had a resin. Oh.
Lychee.
Oh, a slicer.
Slicer.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay. That's cool. I didn't know that you needed a different tool for that. I would assume like you got a layer. I mean, yeah, but there's definitely more info. Like where do you start and speeds and feeds and shit like that. Yeah, there's more. I didn't think about that.
How the infill actually works, plotting out the
infill. Fuck yeah.
path of the printer head rather than where the light's on.
I haven't fucked with FDM yet.
That's what my former roommate has, and let me tell you, neither 3D printer technology seems like a walk in the park.
We got one eyeball. After streaming 2 hours, you may have heard Mini Winter's 100-layer question demon is on eBay. Oh no, yeah, I mean I already knew that. He shared it on Instagram. 50% of the proceeds go to some charity, I believe.
I don't think he named which one, but that's fine.
We got 2 eyes. They look fine. Kind of like snake eyes. But fuck it, I'm not gonna fix it. I was gonna try to fix it, but I'm gonna fuck it up and then be stuck even longer. All right, let's pay some gold. Oh, fuck! The gold that I use is at my house because I was using it for my skeletons.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I got something that can be used. Elven gold.
Elven gold.
Brass looks a lot like necro gold. Oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Old gold!
Old gold.
Old gold.
Do you have all of the AK 3rd Gen stuff, by the way?
No, it is a insane collection of paints.
Yeah, it's 235 paints.
I certainly do not have that.
AK, send us the entire collection of 235 paints in the 3 case. Then I'm gonna make it disappear. I'm taking that shit home.
Hashtag team fuck eyes, dude. Oh, what game are you talking about, Curtis? I can't see it in the return reply from Aternix there.
Darktide. They're talking about
Oh, Darktide, yeah. Yes, the game that I will buy that all of my friends will get way beyond where I'm at, and then I can't play with them anymore.
Yeah, exactly, because they'll be like, what do you mean you don't have level 50 gear?
Yeah. That's what
You
happened.
play on hard mode, Scott? Jeez, why are you so heavy?
Yeah. That's what happened with Vermintide, which I'm not like complaining at all to my friends. It's just I can't play as much as most of them can. And then I fall behind.
You know a game where that's not a big issue?
Guild Wars.
Yeah, but that wasn't what I was going to name.
What?
It's the game I got to talk about every fucking stream, Scott.
Fucking Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah, buddy. That's right. It's time to talk about Deep Rock Galactic for 5 minutes. Where it's pretty easy to carry your heavy friends. And not only is it easy, it's fun. It's part of the experience. because one of the core tenets of the Dwarven Miners Guild is leave no dwarf behind. That's right. Rocks and stones in the chat. If Deep Rock Galactic is on sale for Black Friday, I wholeheartedly encourage you to buy it and play it. Game's really good. The new update is fantastic.
Fucking everyone's just rocking stone in chat right now, dude.
Rock and stone, yeah!
God damn it. I wonder how much our neighbors hate us.
Yeah, maybe. Mike Genie, DRG is free on Game Pass. However, they have not done crossplay between the Xbox version and Steam version as of yet, and it's not a priority. So, if you got people on Steam that play it, just buy it on Steam. And then realize how good that game is and buy all of the fun DLC just to support the devs. All of the new seasonal content is always free. Always. Season Pass, there is no premium Season Pass. It's just free. They have a couple of cosmetic packs that exist mostly as a way to tip them because they sell the game for so cheap so often. Do it, Control Alt Viking. It's really good. It's really, really good. And hopefully my Kickstarter board game will be here soon. We can paint some DRG minis and play DRG in the studio. But it's a different DRG.
Is it very different?
I mean, considering that one is a video game and one is a board game, I would say that you kind of start at yes.
Okay. This is not the same gold, and I am sad. But Totes forgot that I did not bring that gold back to the office with me.
It's all right. The gold doesn't have to match on every single one.
It's true.
That chalice might just be that much more gold.
Shiny and brilliant. Okay. Do I paint anything else gold? The Aquila. She doesn't have any weapons. Oh, the thing on her forehead. Derp. 197 pocket rocks.
Closing in on that big 200.
That big 200. Is there a timer on that command? Like, can people spam that shit?
There is a timer on it. It's not that long. It's not like my true favorite command.
Fucking Sigmar did.
Definitely didn't. There we go. Sigmar blesses you. Here are his words for you this day, child of the ordered world. The minute we think we went hard, go harder. We gotta work.
Fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful.
Yeah, what's in the cup, Scott?
Oh.
What's in the cup? Come on, man. What's in the cup?
I'm between something that's fluorescent pink and something that's deep red wine colored. What's in the cup? Sigmar has a 5-minute refractory period. You got to poison Scott again, you fucking bastard. You think I'd read that?
Shit.
I just pushed my imaginary glasses up. Okay.
Helps you see better.
Yes. Is this a good color? Yeah, okay, cool. So for the whatever the wing, like there's an imperial eye on her shoulder. Let me see if I can focus on that better. With wings on it. And what I do for this, normally I'd paint, the thing silver and then wash it. But for this thing, I want there to be more detail on the wings. And so I first base coat it in dark blue, and then I layer it in silver. And I prefer that approach because it's 2 layers of paint as opposed to applying a metallic, washing it, and reapplying the metallic. So that's 3 coats of paint. And also I have timed it, and I'm a little bit faster doing it this way as opposed to the washing method. I need Scott to explain to me how he was able to touch his own eyes and switch the contacts. I luckily got used to it in high school. I used to wear mostly contacts.
You didn't want people to know about your ocular deficiency?
No, I was embarrassed.
How embarrassing.
Can't help it, man. Nice dark blue color.
Control Alt Viking says, as a wee sprout, I used to press my fingers against my eyes and leave them there.
For no particular reason.
Apparently.
Look at this fucking nerd with his shitty eyes.
Wow, I can pin messages now? That's cool.
Yes.
Thanks, Twitch.
When you spoke in that dwarven accent, you sounded so much like a specific dwarf from Warcraft 3.
It's probably who it's based on.
Murden Bronzebeard.
Yeah.
I think is his name. Get myself to do it! I can't remember any of the dwarf voice lines. Someone help me out. What's a fucking Murden Bronzebeard voice line? Rip Murden. By Murden's beard. Rocket Stone.
That's what's up.
Full Cosmodon! Yes! Okay, I know that one. I didn't remember the other one, Buy My Own Beard or Keep Your Feet on the Ground. I didn't remember that one. Scott, did you do any of the tournament stuff in Plymouth last weekend? No, I was sick like a dog.
I was there. I was one of the winners of the Song of Ice and Fire team event.
Oh yeah, how did that whole thing go? How did Rogue Trader go for you?
Rogue Trader?
No. Not Rogue Trader.
Song of Ice and Fire?
No, the event on the weekend. Wasn't it called Rogue Trader?
Oh, Renegade.
Renegade Open, sorry.
Rogue Trader is a GW thing.
Well, it is, but there's also an event called Rogue Trader.
Is there?
And I think it takes place in Minnesota. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that. Anyways, how did that go?
I mean, I won. Well, I was a co-winner of the doubles event. The other guy won more games. I threw the last game, which was really dumb. I kept forgetting that they only had 2 NCUs, but they had a painted high seneschal that I kept thinking was Amon. Other than that, went good.
You played as Martel?
I did. So the way that we did the doubles tournament, because we had a low turnout, is it was a round robin partner switch event. There were 4 players, and each game we just switched partners. So we had one game where we played with each other person on our team.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool, actually.
It's the most fun I've ever had playing Song.
Wow. How many points did you bring to the table?
It was 25 points a player, so it was a 50-point game, and it was a blind build, and you don't get to change your list. So no one knew what other people were bringing other than the factions, and it was just kind of like suss it out. It was a lot of fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, Mark Rupp ran the whole thing. Put together a good event with tons of prize support. 8 different people walked away with 8 starter sets.
Wow.
Yep, because there was a Friday night event, which was just a kind of a new player intro to the game sort of thing. I walked a guy through. Oh, Red Lobster gift card. A guy was in town from Duluth for that, so I walked him through the game. He hadn't played in since the 2021 update or something. Had a good time with that, and then Saturday was a standard 3-round Swiss pairing event, and the first game, everything possible went wrong for me as far as I had 2 failed charges, and then I rolled no defense saves on 4-up defense, and I never had the right cards, and it was just well, this game's over. And the second game was the reverse problem, where I had all the right cards, but I couldn't play them because I kept getting cock blocked. But the third game was Martel fun. Excuse me. So it was a good time. Went well. For those asking, I can. I'll tell you what. I will post my lists to the Discord.
If you are a Twitch sub, you have access to the Discord.
Apocamoose should be in the Discord. Anyone who's curious can head over there. I'll post those in a little bit here.
Cool.
For the standard 40-point lists, I didn't do anything too crazy.
Fuck.
The 25-point list for the doubles, though, that's where the mind games came in. Because you don't know what other people are bringing. So it's well, I don't want to bring too many NCUs, right? Because then we might have too many NCUs on our team in some games and we'll get completely boned and so on. So everyone else brought 1 NCU, and I brought 3.
You brought 3 NCUs.
I did.
Was there 1 tactics board?
1 tactics board, but I knew I was bringing another tactics zone in doing so. And I was I bet everyone else is going to bring 1 NCU. Maybe one other person will bring 2, and we can deal with that. I big brained it. It was fun.
I'm trying to think of all the other paints that I left in my house that I'm going to need. I need a blue wash.
A blue wash?
Yeah. I like jacking off Nightshade a lot. So I wonder if there's one such wash in my little Vallejo kit next to me.
A blue wash.
Yep. Yep. That nice definition of that eagle. I don't do the same thing with the blue paint to this fleur-de-lis over here, because it doesn't seem to have as much detail in it as the eagle wings have. And so I don't find that it benefits this in the same way as the other design. All right.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Hayes. I watched the first 3-ish seasons of the show. I've never read any of the books. I love the game. Big fan.
Talking about Song of Ice and Fire?
Yep. There's quite a few people in our community that haven't bought into the lore, so to speak.
Yeah.
I certainly know a lot more about the franchise now after, buying all the damn armies. Just a little bit of background info you get on the characters and stuff, but
Did I paint that middle zipper thing silver? I think I probably did on the other ladies. Ladies of the Lord. Okay. Time for some washes, and then we're pretty much done. Got the little purity seal of the paint, but that's kind of it. All right, let's see if we got a blue wash up in here. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit quiet lately. Just trying to finish before the stream ends, so I don't
he's trying to meet his goal.
feel like a dingus. All right, we got an express.
I would be talking more, but I'm putting together these lists for the people that are subscribed and wanted to see them on the Discord.
For the people.
The people. I am a river to my people.
This is indeed a model for Kill Team. We got an ink. It's for the Novitiate Kill Team, or the Bespoke Sisters of Battle Kill Team. Because there is an Ecclesiarchy one. Okay, there was a section in this book that was for washes, and I don't know where it went. If I Okay. Okay, so it's like... I wonder if I can get away with using an ink as a wash. Fluo. Ink. Special effects. Wash. Okay. So the brown label is a wash. There's a wash. Okay, that's a very blue. Okay, well, if we can't find the right blue color, we can mix that one with black wash, which I'm assuming they also have, because why would you not have a black wash? There it is. And now also a green wash. That's an express color. It's brown. There is no green wash. Okay. That's fine. So one thing I'll hand to GW regarding their washes is they realize that the majority of time that when someone uses a wash, they're doing it for a shadow. And so this kind of color for a shade or a wash is not incredibly useful because, I don't know, there aren't many situations where you'd want a shadow color that is that bright. You want it to be darker. All right, so we're gonna mix together black wash and also lizard green, which is an express color. Shout out to Vallejo for using a term that does not coincide with a typical hobby term, like contrast or speed painting. Fucking A. Okay, I won't rant anymore about that.
Yeah, you can't speed paint with contrast.
See?
And you can't get contrast from speed paints.
Now I'm just losing my mind. Maybe it dries darker? Maybe. Hard to know until you put it on something and then it doesn't work.
Or it does.
Or it does. All right. So for my gold stuff, I did a green wash because I love that green gold color. It looks so cool. Looks so aged.
Aged.
I love me some aged gold.
Aged Gold is the name of his next album.
It is.
I can always tell that we're streaming because we always get new people into the Discord.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Nice little bursts.
Thought you were going to say something like, because the red tally light is on.
Because we're sitting here and it says we're streaming. I am so smart.
I'm always kind of like on the fence about whether or not I should wash details like this thin band around her head. Because like it's not going to settle anywhere. It's a flat detail. But on the other hand, it does tint the golds to be more of a green gold, which I am about. I mean, this is doing exactly what I want to do in terms of like what I want it to look like. There's no way that dries dark. There's no way. There's no way.
It totally dries dark, Scott. That sky blue color.
Yeah.
As it dries, it just hardens into a pale black.
So Scott, what do I have to bribe you to get to sit at the charity paint and pass again at Adepticon next year? I don't think you gotta bribe me at all, man. I can just show up. I sometimes I'm a little bit hard to wrangle down though at Adepticon because I got a lot of shit going on. But yeah, that was a fun time last time, so. Unless I'm just like excruciatingly busy, I don't see why I shouldn't be able to show up for an hour. Ooh, okay. That tastes weird. Won't do that again. All right, don't need to wash any of the tiny bits other than maybe this one little buckle right here.
Dragon of Envy wants to know, when you've painted busts in the past, did you enjoy it? And what company would you recommend?
There's a lot of people who make great busts out there. It kind of depends on like what you enjoy. Because like subject matter is gonna make you enjoy painting something more or less. But Mindwork Games makes some solid fucking busts. FER Miniatures makes some really nice busts. There are a lot of companies that make really nice busts though. It's certainly not limited to just those ones.
It really comes down to what you're looking to paint.
Yes, it really does. It's like, because you know, something, it's going to be more fun or less fun if it's a subject matter that you're interested in. Loot Studios, yeah, for 3D printing.
Yep.
All right. Maybe we're going to mix a little bit of green in this cream. We're going to cream it again. Green cream. And do some highlights on this parchment.
Green cream and ham.
Nice.
Not sold on that one. Mediocre Hobbies rating with a party of 13. Thank you.
Thank you, Mediocre Hobbies. We appreciate it. What were you guys painting in your stream? We got a little bit more time, so I might apply a couple highlights here to the top of this helmet crest thing. Maybe the rim of this goblet. Yeah. Okay. Let's do another little highlight here. Sometimes I do this to myself where I like too aggressively like highlight and shade parchment, and then like it kind of makes it difficult to do that like freehand like scratchy text work on because like there's already pretty like deep lines in the paper, and they like kind of conflict a bit with the freehand lines that I'm trying to do. All right. There was something in here called Demon Blood.
Demon blood.
Demon!
Demons!
Demon woman, demon! Demon woman! Anyone know that song?
I don't know. I don't listen to music.
You don't? I can't tell if you're being serious. I mean, it's fine if you don't. I don't mind.
It's not a sign of a healthy mind to not listen to music, ever.
That's an interesting argument. I have not bought a new Mini in months to try to get my backlog painted. Send help. I don't think I have the strength to make it to the end. Hey, it's okay if you don't make it to the end. The effort was good enough.
I'm shaking my head. I disagree. If you fail, it will ride on your conscience until literally the day you die.
Okay, here is
Knuckle down. You can do it.
Vallejo's Demon Blood special effect. It looks like marinara. Here, let me get it.
See, I was thinking that maybe the color was shifting it, or the camera was shifting the color a bit because it struggles with red. But you are absolutely right. That totally looks like you're just putting some ragu on there.
Yeah, dude.
The chalice of the sauce.
That's good. All right, let's do a wee highlight on this here purity seal. Do some scratchy scroll work as best as we can.
We carry the Emperor's sauce for the day he takes the spaghetti out of his pockets.
I kick ass for the Lord.
Jimmy Hayes, 23, subscribing at Tier 1, 3 months in a row. My need for money is greater than my hatred for ads interrupting the stream. Paint more minis and rock on.
Thank you, Jimmy Hayes. We appreciate your support. All right, last thing. Let's do some scratchy scroll work. I don't know what it's going to look like. Oh, by the way, anyone know that song?
What song?
Demon Woman by Flight of the Conchords.
What the hell's a Concord?
I think it's a bird.
You mean a conch shell?
Nope. That is not what I mean, in fact.
Oh.
All right. There's some shitty scroll scratch work.
Scroll.
Okay. Model done. I forget what this model is called. It's like a
What about the
purga.
base, Scott?
Oh, God.
It's not done until you put the basing on and black the base room.
Fucking A. I can't win. I can't win.
Yeah, you can. You're so close.
Fine. I'll do the damn base.
This stream goes until it's time to black the base room. Or else you've failed, and you don't want that hanging on your conscience.
You've failed.
Until the day you die.
Oh, wow.
Gonna be laying on your deathbed, and you're gonna be like, that one stream, I didn't quite finish my speed paint completely.
Fine.
Mike Genie says, I'm imagining the parchment paper holds the dinner specials for that model's fine Italian dining experience. Rufus, haven't you ever seen a movie biopic where there's the evil producer that's like, get back in the studio. You don't leave until you record your next hit single. Or so help me God, I'll get out the belt again.
Jesus Christ.
It's pretty much every movie biopic, right?
Yeah.
Producer is always some evil megalomaniacal character out to steal all the royalties.
Yes, definitely.
Speaking of, is the Weird Al biopic out yet? I
Yes.
didn't watch that.
I have watched it.
Was it good?
Yes.
Good.
It's total insanity.
That's what I want.
Yeah. It is absolutely crazy.
I mean, UHF is probably in my top 50 movies.
What's UHF stand for?
Is it ultra high frequency? I don't think so.
Well, okay, what's the band or artist?
UHF?
Oh, fuck it. I've never heard of them.
Oh, no.
Evan, one of these days, we're going to teach you that when I say I don't know something, you're just not going to be an asshole to me, okay?
I'm not trying to be
I didn't give you shit when you didn't know Flight of the Conchords, eh?
I was just fucking with you about that. I'm always fucking with you about that stuff, Scott.
I fucking hate you, Evan.
I know what Flight of the Conchords is.
Okay.
Come on. Come on.
Come on!
UHF is the movie made by Weird Al in 1989.
Oh, okay.
And the plot is basically the character that is totally not Weird Al, but is Weird Al, buys a local TV station and shit goes nuts. Yeah, I am shocked. Honestly, UHF is right in your wheelhouse. You will love that movie. Like Jeannie says, oh my God, Scott needs to watch UHF yesterday.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. You've probably seen memes from it.
Maybe.
Like, Tommy, you're a winner. That means it's time to drink from the fire hose. And then they shoot a fire hose at a kid's face. Win. Also, Conan the Librarian.
That sounds pretty good. All right, I'm blasting this hairdryer. 3, 2, 1.
He's blasting, Chad. He's blasting. The animal show, yeah. Yeah, I was right. It's ultra high frequency. Okay. $3,300 megahertz. Yeah, I was right. It does stand for ultra high frequency. It's a term for the type of broadcasting. Like, you know, you've got FM and AM. UHF is a type of TV station.
Huh.
Or a band that they operate in, I should say.
I've never actually heard that before.
It's not really a relevant thing anymore.
Yeah, but I've like heard of non-relevant things in media.
That's fair.
Like I know what like interlaced video is.
UHF was like the UHF was the equivalent of AM. VHF was the equivalent of F. I think.
Did Scott grow up after the TV stopped having big clicky dials?
I'm not that much older than Scott, but digital tuners have been a thing for both of our lives. Although there was a black and white TV with an analog tuner in my grandfather's.
Oh.
Yeah, back when TV was actually just a radio. Yeah, and there would be a frequency band changer, just like with radio, where you've got FM and AM. There'd be a VHF and UHF. UHF channels were generally the hyper local stations. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, for those of you in the audience that haven't watched Weird Al's movie UHF before, if you like Weird Al and zany humor, you'll enjoy that movie. Even though, yeah, it's from 1989 and it's a low budget comedy. It's great. It's really good. It's Moss time.
We're mossing, not Morbin, but very similar. I don't know if this is going to work. Last time we did this, it didn't really work.
This is Dirty Down Moss effect.
Yes. Also, last time I think I applied a contrast paint before doing this.
Too late now.
Yeah, it's a bit late. Okay, it's looking a little crazy. Okay. Might be working this time, actually. Last time it really did not work very well. Like, applied it like multiple times before it like did anything. All right, while that's drying, maybe we can like show it drying on the paint camera, you know? Paint stream, paint camera.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. But did you heat it up? It seems like it's working around the edges.
It's working its way in.
It's working its way in. All right, we need some micro tufts.
Micro tufts.
What else did I put on this? Oh, I did those paper plant things. I forgot all about those. We'll do one of these bushes, one of these things, and I'll go grab a paper plant thing. While that, see, you know, I almost think that if you apply it too thickly, it's worse. No, okay, jury's still out. My ass is so wet, dude. I have the wettest ass right now. Ooh, chat, how you doing?
Rufus, we are in the oven right now. He is applying it while we are in the oven.
Oh man, yeah, it's looking.
Scott's set is basically an easy bake oven.
Yes. What?
I did it again. Why does that keep happening?
What did I join in on? The moistest stream.
Yeah.
How we dub wub.
You know what you joined in on.
Yeah, you asked for this. Those noises? Question mark? Did you black rim and then moss on it? No, I haven't done any kind of black rimming yet. Does the cost, what is a single pot of Dirty Down cost? I know
like
the set.
$18.
I mean, if you got a lot of moss to do or a lot of rust to do, I think it justifies the cost, yeah. But for like the one-off application, I don't think it does. Can we go back to Goblin Green rims? You can, Dankmaster. 18. How does it cost 74 for the set if it costs 18 for all three? 55? Oh man, this is looking so much better than any of the other ones that I did this on. Okay, I'm just gonna blast this again because I don't want to wait. Yeah, it's 4:15.
I don't want to wait
I
for the stream to be over. Yeah, go ahead. Anything you can say to me, you can say to 90s Evan. Yeah, and it's a 5-second films joke. Yeah. Damn, they raised the price to $20 a bottle. $19.95 at Goblin Hut plus shipping. So before shipping, you're at $60 for the 3 bottles. That's rough, buddy. They are really fucking amazing, but that's a lot of money. Whoa! Someone's... Someone's buying some Dirty Down.
Silent Samurai. Thank you so much for the $100. What did the message say? I didn't see it.
I'm getting there. Happy holidays. Thanks for letting me pass out to your paint videos on YouTube. Anytime, Silent Samurai.
Damn.
Mazel tov.
Thank you so much. Damn. Really appreciate that, man. This is the moss. That's kind of crazy. No? That looks great.
That looks amazing.
That looks way better than anything I did on the last, like, 8 novitiate models.
Was it that you, like, immediately after shaking the bottle, dipped the brush in and just went for it right then? It didn't sit at all.
No, it didn't sit at all, but I feel like it didn't really sit at all otherwise. I don't know. Maybe, so I applied a contrast paint to the base first and then did it. And so maybe it likes to go over a more matte surface because that contrast paint, when you apply it really thickly, is a little bit satin.
Wouldn't surprise me. Like I was talking about the last time we were talking about these products, they're sort of a salt crystal. This is how they build up, which is why they're always water soluble. So it would not surprise me if they want something to really grab onto and build off of. But that looks hella cool.
That does. Mike Genie is saying that the warm base contributed. I mean, I think the warm base definitely contributed in that it dried faster because the base was warm. I don't know if warmth is a requirement, though. I don't think it can't be. Maybe it is. I don't know. We did that test last time, and it didn't make a difference.
We're talking about the Dirty Down products. Specifically, this is the Moss Ebert 42.
Yeah, the other two are Rust and Verdigris.
Verdigris. I haven't used the Verdigris. I have 2 bottles of the Rust, and I absolutely love it.
If you want to use the Verdigris, you can take it home with you.
I don't really have anything to put Verdigris on.
Okay.
I don't believe in brass. Copper, for that matter.
You don't believe in copper as a material?
Now, bronze, get out of here.
We're past the Bronze Age.
Bring me steel.
Steel. How is steel stainless? What do they do to it to make it stainless? Where are my science nerds at?
It's about the nickel inside.
The inclusion of nickel. Bronze isn't real. Is that a fucking subreddit, actually?
Bronze isn't real. Oh, excuse me, not nickel. I meant chromium.
Chromium!
Yeah.
This is way too big. I need a smaller bush. And how did they breed steel with chromium? Is it a matter of just getting them together and heating them up a lot?
I mean, that's a lot of what makes steel is smashing it into things. You take iron and other stuff, a certain amount of carbon, and hit it a lot, get it real hot. Yeah, and then fold it over and hit it a lot more. And then you do that 10,000 more times, and you have a glorious katana. Ancient Japanese steel. And then everyone on the internet says that your sword is the best, even though it's actually not any better than any other type of sword. Yeah, you heard me. Hot takes right here.
Whoa! You beat it. I'll beat you, Rufus.
Come on, Scott. You got to beat your steel.
All right, I'm gonna get a little itty bitty plant because there's not a lot of space left in this base. Space on this base. Yesterday I made homemade matzo ball soup and latkes because I was feeling Jewish.
I was bad yesterday.
Uh-oh, did you break? Did you break the?
It's not my fault, but yes.
Oh, it is your fault, Evan.
All right, so
you have control of your body.
Let me explain what happened.
No,
Scott.
it's your fucking fault, and I hate you.
I ate a salad for lunch, late lunch, perfect.
Perfect.
And then on the way home from the source, I was like, I'm gonna go to Raising Cane's and pick up a couple of Naked Fingers. No breading, no fries, no nothing.
Okay.
I paid for 2 Naked Fingers and a Diet Coke. They gave me 2 box combos.
You didn't have to eat it.
It's free.
Sorry about the cough.
Naked Finger is a chicken finger from Cane's without the breading on it. They're still pretty good. They're not as good, but they're still pretty good. So yeah, I got 8 chicken strips and 2 servings of fries. Oh, and both of them, 2 pieces of Texas toast, because why not? They know I don't like coleslaw apparently, or I don't like their coleslaw that much. And I was like, well, fuck it.
Their coleslaw does suck.
It's fine.
It is not fine. It's bad.
It's not that good. I'm a really big fan of like more vinegar style slaws. The stuff from like the Carolinas,
Yeah.
similar to their barbecue sauces.
I like my slaws to taste good.
I like my slaws to taste.
That's true.
That's the bigger key. Is I like slaw that tastes like something.
Okay. Now, to paint the base trim and finish this model off and share my thoughts on Vallejo Express paints. I didn't really use the washes that much, or the contrast paint equivalent.
So you mean not the express paints, you mean the game color.
The game color, yes, correct. Man, this black is not black, and that makes me angry. It's not black. I'm actually not going to use this paint because it's not black, and that offends me greatly.
It's got to be extra black.
Extra.
Need to bring a bottle of black 3.0 in here just for doing base rims.
Called the base rim black. I don't know how we haven't called the paint that yet, but it's a damn shame.
Is that going to be, you're going to do the Duncan Rhodes thing, but it's just one paint and it's base rim black?
Yep.
Oh, and there would be a Miniac signature fluo pink, of course.
Absolutely.
A fluo pink contrast paint.
That sounds kind of crazy, actually. Mike Genie's got it. Pure black base trims, or I don't want it.
Well,
there's definitely a skit in there as well. The kind of hobbyist you are is defined by like what color you paint your base rims. You paint them goblin green, you're 50.
What color is your clean suit?
You paint in black, you're a purist.
I don't think that makes you a purist. I think that makes you a modernist.
Makes you a modernist. I think that Eons of Battle beat me to that joke. I think you did that in the video already.
I mean, probably. The guy makes like 8 videos a week.
Just assume that Jay has already done it. Boosh.
I mean, you've been a YouTube channel like 5 years longer or something than him, and I wouldn't be surprised if he has more videos than you already. It's impressive. Mind-blowing.
There it is. Done in a stream.
He did it, chat.
Despite the fucking problems.
Can we get some applause in chat? He actually painted a whole mini in one stream.
Look at me go. Look at me go.
With basing and the base rim. I am impressed. I'm impressed.
I did it.
I'm proud of you, Scott.
I mean, you shouldn't be impressed because we already did a speed painting competition and I painted a model in an hour and a half.
It's an urban legend.
The trick is my paint wasn't fighting me, and also I didn't have to talk at all. Someone else talked the entire time. It was John.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, so express paints. They seem fine.
You mean
fuck.
Game color.
Game color. They seem fine once I got palette paper that wasn't sucking my paint up. Or apparently I was putting it in the wrong way, the paper.
I don't know if that's actually true or not. I mean, like, it could be true.
Okay.
But we did not determine it.
Okay. So that was still unknown. I really wish it wasn't matte. I feel like matte paint is a fad, and but I feel like I've been saying this for like 3 years now, so I think it's not a fad. I think it's here to stay. I really like satin paints for painting miles fast, and I really don't think that every paint range needs to be matte for it to be like good. Like the same thing as what Army Painter said to me. They're like, their speed paints are not speed paints. Their airbrush paints are matte, and it's like the guy who was like communicating with me was like, this is what people are asking for, and so I don't know. I don't think it's conducive to speed painting. If I'm being quite honest.
I mean, you're just gonna maybe not most people. A lot of people are just gonna varnish at the end anyway. So I guess you're right. It's the best surface to paint on is what you're looking for rather than the best finished surface. Mini looks pretty dang good.
Thank you. I'm actually gonna paint the base trim with satin varnish because I used Vallejo black, and that stuff is really also quite matte. So I'm just gonna put some satin varnish on there, gloss it up a bit. I don't know why I used the Vallejo black instead of the game color black from the old range. But yeah, the paint otherwise operates fine. Doesn't do anything weird. It has the like the working time that I would expect paint to have.
I mean, it's Vallejo.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty shocked if it wasn't regular paint.
Yeah, they've kind of figured it out at this point, so to speak.
I sure fucking hope so.
All right, now that will be nice and glossy, or not glossy, but a little bit satin, like all of the other base trims in my squad. Okay, that'll do it for this stream, guys. Thank you for hanging out and being a part of my comeback from being sick. Still a little bit sick, but I feel better, a lot better. I am working on that blonde hair, that Guy Fieri blonde hair. I will have it for Christmas, and I will be antagonized by my family, okay? So you'll win in the end, I promise.
Oh, there'll be lots of family photos with the family blurred out and a very sad-looking Scott posted, I think.
They'll replace my head with my head from the previous year in the family photos.
Scott, why do you look like this?
What did you do? What'd you do to yourself? All right, guys. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you this coming Thursday. I won't be on the stream, but apparently Evan and Curtis, I mean, everyone who plays in my escalation league other than me.
Maybe not Curtis. It depends on how he's doing. But
yeah.
It's going to be everyone except Curtis, maybe, and you.
Yes. So they're all getting together. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something.
We don't really know what we're doing yet officially either, but we're definitely going to be raising money for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. We're going to stream for a long time because I'm going to be done with my Thanksgiving thing. Dan and the other guys aren't going to be able to go to family because of work obligations here. So we're going to just hang out and have a good time. And anyone who can join us, that would be freaking awesome. We're going to raise a little bit of money for a good cause and have a good time doing it. So if you're not wanting to watch football on Thursday or you hate your family and want to hang out with us, either of those options is great. And we'll see you then.
How can you hate your family?
You know, that's a dark question, Scott, that goes down long and winding roads. But the answer is easily and with gusto for some people.
All right, that'll do it for this stream. We'll see you next week for another painting stream. Peace. Ah!